Welcome to the live stream, everyone. I am on here joined by the great Toronto Raptors
Oh,
fan, Jordan. Trade deadline is upon us, and we already have a flurry of moves that have occurred. Seems like the market is second round picks. This is just unbelievable. I'm gonna give you all a quick rundown of the trades that have occurred so far in the past day and a half. I want to start off with the first big three team deal between the Lakers, Wolves, and Jazz, where the Lakers acquired D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jarrett Vanderbilt. The Wolves acquired Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and 3 second-round picks. Really good for the Timberwolves to recoup some, a couple draft assets after sending out 100 billion picks for Rudy Gobert. You got some over there?
Yeah, I think. Hold up. Yep. No, I don't. It was a no, we're good. No, so there was one of those troll accounts that looked like he had the exact same shit as him, and I thought it said this guy posted that here, I'm gonna send you it because it looks too identical for me to be like,
yeah, send it to me.
Yeah, you gotta see this shit because I saw this and I was like, what the fuck? Okay. It's
the Jazz are going to acquire Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, 2027 top 4 protected first round pick via the Lakers. Then we move on to the Knicks, acquire Josh Hart. I think it's a good pickup for him, and I hate saying that about the Knicks, but it's a good pickup for the Knicks. Acquired Josh Hart for Cam Reddish in a 2023 lottery protected first round pick. That is projected to be conveyed, but if it's not, it will turn into 4 second-round picks.
He got me done fucked up on that because I was like, that is way too close for me to
let's see. So then the Raptors traded All-Star Kim Birch.
All NBA Kim Birch.
All NBA Kim Birch. Kim Birch. And a top 6 protected first round pick and 2 second round picks for Jakob Poeltl. Listen, Jakob Poeltl is a very good center. I think that
he's a top 15 center in the NBA.
Especially
at least top 15. He could be top 10. He brings a lot to the defensive side of the ball. He does bring a lot to the defensive side of the ball. And we've been linked to him for like at least a year now. Like so and we had him, we drafted him. So
So then shortly after All-Star Kim Birch was traded, shortly after Kevin Durant just took the show, even though I think, I think Kim Birch has accomplished more in his career. Let's just look at him, right? No,
he's got a better build, right? A better build,
right? He could shoot. he could shoot a lot better. His mid range is just deadly. Kim Birch is.
His handle is second to none, right?
And guess what? He went to the Spurs with Dwayne Dedmon. That is gonna be a lethal.
We were talking about last night, bro. I swear to God, all I need in my life is a Dwayne Dedmon lob to Kim Birch, and dude, my life will be complete, bro. My life will be complete. Oh my god!
Oh gosh, yeah, that was.
Dude, I might have to just watch the Spurs from this point forward. The only reason anybody's watching the Spurs is because of Kim Birch and Dwayne Dedmon.
I'm telling you, like those, like that front court is easily the best one in the league. Like it's gonna be lethal and unstoppable. Like that front court is something else. And the fact that the Raptors traded a protected pick on top of All-Star center Kim Birch is just ridiculous. Anyway,
it was bad value for us.
Right. So then the Suns acquired Kevin Durant, TJ Warren to the Nets for Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 unprotected first-round picks, and a unprotected pick swap in 2028. Insane deal. I was not expecting that at 1 a.m. Then today, the first trade I believe that went through today, the Bucks acquired Jay Crowder for 5 second-round picks, heading back to the Nets. Sean Marks is doing his thing. The Pacers are going to acquire Jordan Nwora, 2 second-round picks, Serge Ibaka. The Nuggets got a huge steal, in my opinion. A backup big who can do it all, and Thomas Bryant for 3 second-round picks, and Devon Reed. I don't know what the Lakers are thinking.
The Lakers are thinking they have no draft capital at all. And they're thinking, okay, to protect our ass and have some sort of rookies coming in here over the next couple of years, we need to get rid of some piece so we can regain some of that. That's what they're thinking. And
yeah, but you pick Thomas Bryant, who's having a great year, and you're talking about open up minutes for Wenyen Gabriel. The dude is darker than his own shadow. And I tell you what, Wenyen Gabriel is not that good.
No, I got you. But he's all right. Like he's not Thomas Bryant. But the thing is, you got to look at it this way though. They just got a nice haul back, bro, for a great supporting cast. They really did. What just happened?
Oh, this what you just sent to what you just sent to me.
Oh, do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's too close.
Portland Trailblazers superstar point guard Damian Lillard has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Lonnie Walker, Patrick Beverley, Dennis Schroeder, 3 second-round picks, and the first-round pick.
Dude, my eyes went crazy because look at his stupid tag too. It's like 1 T at the end, bro. It's like 2 like undecipherable. You know what I mean? I looked at it, I was like, it is the same name, damn it.
Yeah.
But that's why I didn't freak out too much.
Come on, Hawks, do something smart.
Well, what are they doing, bro?
I think they just woke up like an hour ago. I think they just woke up like an hour ago, and they had a nice brunch.
They took their time.
Yeah, they woke up around 11:30. They met up at brunch.
I got my oil change done before they woke up.
Yeah, they talked about going to the store a little bit later.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, it's the trade deadline today, and they got their dessert to go, and they went back to the Hawks facility, and now they're pricing John Collins at 7 first-round picks, 8 second-round picks, 3 pick swaps, and a superstar caliber player.
Okay, can I just bring this back up? I want to chop it back up about the Durant trade, bro, because here's something. So last night I watched, KOT4Q. Okay, so I watched him last night. He posted a video on it, right? And his reaction was actually that it was an underpay for Kevin Durant. And I was incredibly enticed because it was 4 unprotected picks, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, what do you mean it's an underpay? What he said was actually kind of an interesting point, right? They got a lot of good players in that trade, right? And they got great draft capital. There's no denying that.
Great picks, 4 unprotected, and a pick swap.
100%. That's why I was interested to listen to it. But what he said was this, and there is some merit to it, right? When you look at that roster, they are far away from doing anything good in the playoffs. We know this, right? You're looking at the Nets roster and you're like, this team is far away. You know what I mean? In that deal, they did not get a player to rebuild around. If you trade a superstar like that, you would kind of expect to get a player to start this rebuild. You know what I mean? Like, and that is a very good point that I guess we never really talked about last night. This team is going towards that rebuilding scene because this team is not good enough to do nothing. You know what I mean? Right. They got the picks to rebuild and shit, right? But the bottom line is there's no player on the Brooklyn Nets right now that you're looking at saying that is our piece of the future. This is the guy we're going to start crafting our roster around.
I think they have maybe 2 guys like that.
No, dude. You can say Cam Thomas. You can say whatever you want.
I think Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges. I think Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges are 2 really good pieces.
They're good pieces, but are not something to rebuild around, right?
Now they have 2 first-round picks in this year's draft. So they could.
They need to hit. Here's the thing, bro. Because I get what you're saying about Cam Thomas. It's a great piece.
and
Okay,
thankfully they have their own.
you know what you're saying about Cam Thomas is the way kind of people were looking at Lou Dort when the rebuild in OKC was starting up, because he was one of the best premium young defenders in the NBA and he could shoot the three. You know what I mean? It's a similar thing. Like he was dropping near enough 20 from night to night and he was defending extremely well. That's what people were saying about him. But everyone knew that their premium asset that they were building around was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You know what I mean? They don't have that guy that everyone's going to look at about their team and say he's their building piece. Cam Thomas is a great scorer, but there's a lot of parts to his game that he needs to improve on: defense, rebounding, and et cetera, right? But a great example, okay, is Detroit Pistons, right? They got Cade Cunningham. Everyone knows that that's the piece that they're building around. You know what I mean? The Toronto Raptors, we lucked out. The 1 year we were bad, we got Scotty Barnes. That's our piece. We know, everyone knows that. You look at the Toronto Raptors, you think, okay, that's the piece they're building around, right? We have an identity, and so do the Pistons. So, to a certain degree, so do the Rockets. You know that Jalen Green is their guy. Jabari Smith, they put around him because you need a good forward, right? But these teams, they have an identity, and they have the player that they're building around, right? Every team in the NBA has that. You guys are Trae Young. Everyone thinks of Atlanta, you think of Trae Young. You think of the Dallas Mavericks, you think of Luka Doncic. You think of the Bucks, you think of Giannis, right? And all these guys started young. You know what I mean? These are all guys that when you guys were kind of retooling your roster, you had that piece to build around. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Nets have nothing like that right now, where it's a bona fide guy is going to be good in this league. Like great in this league. And Cam Thomas, because Cam Thomas is on the roster.
That's why I brought up the picks, because they have their own pick this year.
Yeah, they need to hit.
And they can get a top 10 pick.
They
have a Phoenix pick that they could, use. If they don't get a top pick, they can use the package and move up. They have a lot of optionality with all that draft capital.
No, I get they have an option to move up.
5 second-round picks as well.
Yeah, I get they have an option to move up. I do. But here's the thing, right? Analysts, let me tell you this right now. This team came out that they said they're kind of still willing to kind of contend with where they're at. If this team decides to do that, it'll be the dumbest decision in all GM history. Do you agree with me on that? Because you have an opportunity here to try to get your pick to some value, right? And to the point where when you want to move up in the draft, because you have no fundamental piece in place, you can do that. You know what I mean? You can try to make a huge package in return to go deeper in the draft. You know what I mean? But if you have the 18th pick, right, and that's what you guys decide to do, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? Nobody's looking at that 18th pick, okay? And let's say the Suns, who are not going to be anything less than 25 with what they just did, right? Let's say that you get the 18th and 25. Okay, nobody's going to let you move past, I don't know, 12 with that, especially in this draft. That's something to say. That's something to think about.
Yeah.
Because this draft has premium assets. Nobody's going to give up those top tier picks. You know what I mean? For nothing.
Yeah. The Timberwolves away Bryn Forbes. I think he's a good shooter. Good small guard that can play. That can you kind of plug and play guy. Plug and play guy. So I think he's the guy that contenders should look at.
Yeah, somebody can pick him up.
Maybe the Hawks.
Dude, the Hawks need to do something, man. I'm so tired.
They need to do something. I'm tired of seeing dormant Twitter.
Dude, how is Podol trending on Twitter? Can you just give me a break? Like, let's get something good going here.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. It's gonna pick up in the last hour. I can see it now, though.
So yeah, I was gonna say I think something huge is kind of like accumulating right now. Like something huge is kind of.
I think there's a lot of little things going on, and by little I mean those mid-tier players. Your players like Ben Simmons could be in talks right now. OG can be in talks right now. Apparently, Mikal Bridges is heavy in talks right now. Like all these kind of guys. Like those players that are not necessarily going to change the aspect of your team, but can really enhance it. These guys are in talks right now. I don't really see anybody else major going.
I think they do. I think they move Ben Simmons.
Yeah, they want to get off that money. They want to get off that money.
If they can get back a first round pick for
They
Ben,
won't. Apparently his trade value is negative, is what I've heard.
I was gonna say when they first acquired him in Brooklyn, when he had value, I would have traded him to Indiana for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. But you know, they didn't do it. If I could get back a protected first for Ben Simmons, I don't know. Sean Marks got back an unprotected first for Kyrie Irving. If I can get back a first round pick for Ben Simmons, I am doing that deal and not looking back. Maybe I don't know. That is something I don't know what the Nets could do with Ben Simmons. They want to get off the money. Do you trade him to Houston and get back an Eric Gordon type package? But if you do that, a report just came out about Ben Simmons to Utah.
There you go. And
I think that may have something to do with a 3-team type deal where Kelly Olynyk would go to the Heat. Maybe Rudy Gay to the Heat. I'm thinking about certain deals and maybe a young player to Brooklyn.
Okay, so here's my thing. So sorry, it just popped up again on my recommended from Legion Hoops that apparently they're getting closer with this LaVine to Knicks trade, right? Where does that put the Knicks? Does that do anything for the Knicks?
It depends on what the Knicks trade.
I think it'd be draft capital. I don't think it'd be assets, to be honest with you. I don't really think. Maybe you might be getting rid of like a guy like Quentin Grimes or a guy like
and they don't want to do that. But see,
I would say they'd probably give up a lot of draft capital. Like I would say maybe 2 or 3 firsts. 2 unprotected and 1. You know what I mean? No, and I get that, but like, does Zach LaVine even move the needle for that team? We're talking okay. Then they'd have Jalen Brunson, okay, Zach LaVine. Let's say Emmanuel Quickly, they would have Julius Randle and RJ Barrett in those mix, and then their center would be Mitchell Robinson. Does that team even do anything, bro?
Well, I don't think so. But listen, they are in talks with wanting to move RJ Barrett. If I was Chicago,
dude, I want the Raptors to go after him.
RJ, Obi, and McBride, and 2 unprotected picks and 1 more pick, that will get it done. If I'm the general manager,
if you're the Raptors and you're not going after RJ Barrett right now for a guy like Gary Trent Jr. and a first, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like you want to talk about a guy with potential.
I think it would cost OG and Anunoby for a swap.
Dude, no, OG is way more proven, man. Here's the thing. OG is guaranteed to go. Like, it was already offered. OG for 3 picks has been already offered. Okay, you think RJ Barrett would get 3 picks first?
I think he would get close.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just think it's a lot closer than you think. Gary Trent's going to go for 1 or 2.
RJ. If I was the Raptors, right?
Yeah,
I would trade OG to New York and try to get back RJ and Jericho Sims. Now, who's getting the picks is the question. Masai Ujiri would probably say, okay.
I think Masai would run that, man. Like there's no denying that OG is more proven on both ends of the sport.
But now the question is, are you getting unprotected picks? Or is Leon Rose going to say, okay, you want picks? I'm going to give you 2 conditional picks, right? I'm going to give you
don't even matter.
I'm going to give you the Dallas pick that it is going to convey, right? And I'm going to give you the Milwaukee pick in 2025, right? That's top 4 protected. But like I said, it's Milwaukee's pick. So I'm going to give you those 2 picks that are protected, and we're just going to replace OG. But if I am Chicago, if I am Arturis or Mark Eversley, if I'm the executives over there, I'm talking to Leon Rose and the Knicks, and I'm saying, okay, if we're not starting with RJ Barrett, we're going to 3 first-round picks. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to 3 first-round picks. The Knicks traded their pick this year lottery protected. So they don't have their pick. I want
Yeah.
2025 and 2027 completely unprotected. I want the Dallas first, okay, and I want 2 second-round picks.
Yeah.
So
All I'm saying is this, right?
young
Uh,
players,
OG's value has increased throughout today because he is one of the premium wing defenders in the NBA. He was, I think he was number one for defensive player of the year at one point of the year or one random week for whatever reason, and then he was been like number 3 ever since in defensive player of the year voting at some points. So all I'm going to say is he's one of the premium wing defenders in the NBA, and with Kevin Durant going to the West, his trade value increased. Woj said that today. And you know what? I can see that. I before it was kind of hesitant for anybody to think he can go for 3 first, right? Now it looks like he could get that easily. And I'll tell you what, and if it's not 3 first, then we're getting some good prospects in return or some players that can play now, right? So it's good. It really depends on what Masai wants to do, right? But ultimately speaking, if I'm looking at the Western Conference, what team wants OG? Well, I see the Nuggets and I say, okay, they want a premium wing defender because Michael Porter Jr. has got size, but he's not a fully developed defender yet. They've been saying all over ESPN, right? Aaron Gordon's a great offensive weapon. He's not the best defender in the NBA.
I don't think they have the assets to get OG.
Well, you got Bones Highland, and I know that doesn't sound like much, but that's the kind of guy Masai wants.
What does he do for you though? Is he going to replace?
We need guards,
hypothetically, is he 2 first-round picks? And because they can only trade 1 first, and that's in 2029.
Yeah.
So
I know
Bones,
it's Bones Highland though. They're not the only team.
Is Bones Highland a first-round pick, and maybe a guy like Zeke Naji interests you, or Peyton Watson, a 6'8" guard?
But like I said, man, hold up, because like I was saying, bro, it depends whether this team wants to win now or not. And I say that because you just gave up a fucking pick next year. So what is this team doing? You know what I mean? And Masai, like I trust Masai. He has a vision of what he wants to do. Just right now, we don't know what that is. Because what if they offered Michael Porter Jr.?
I doubt they would do that, though.
Oh, I don't know.
I doubt they would.
Dude, we've seen weirder. We've seen weirder last year when we saw. Hold up, last year when we saw the Mavericks trade, when Mavericks were like, okay, Mavericks are acquiring Spencer Dinwiddie. Everyone, and that came out first, and everyone's like, okay, cool. I wonder who they're gonna, maybe like Josh Green. No, Kristaps Porzingis went back. Okay, nobody saw that fucking coming because they're like equal value. So why the hell would you do that? Shit happens.
But the difference is I think Denver's looking at, okay, we're number 1 in the West.
Yeah,
we needed a backup big, a different guard because Bones is not getting along with our group, and we probably need one more wing just for the playoff run. No one expensive, just one more wing, so that way in the playoffs we can go right to the wing if we need it. Yeah. They already addressed the backup big in style. Okay, backup point guard. Let's say they move Bones Highland today, right? And let's say they're able to get back a different type of guard for him.
Yeah.
So maybe they can. I don't know which type of guard, but let's say they get back a different type of guard. The last thing they have on their list to do is a wing, and I wouldn't be surprised if they got back a wing, and they don't really need a wing. But I'm just saying,
yeah.
That's why I don't see the Nuggets saying, okay.
Well, there is a team. There is teams out west that would want him. There is teams out west that would want him, no doubt. Catch a trout. You know what I mean? Let me look up.
This is something that I if I'm the Knicks, right? If I'm the Knicks, this is something I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
I want this is the return for Zach LaVine. No, if I'm the Bulls, I'm blanking. If I'm the Bulls. Okay, if I'm the Bulls, I'll take on Evan Fournier's contract, right? You're gonna have to compensate me for that. So I want a 2025 unprotected first round pick. Via the Knicks, I want a 2025 pick from the Bucks that's top 4 protected. I want 2027 unprotected and the Dallas pick this year. Players wise, I'll take on Fournier's contract. I want Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, and Jericho Sims. I think those are three nice young pieces, and Obi that can start developing the Bull system quickly. That can really nice young piece, and Jericho Sims, who really can help us. Evan Fournier is a guy that I would look to flip, but getting those 4 picks would really be monumental for the Bulls franchise. And unfortunately, I hate to say, because I know Bulls fans are passionate, I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really think this moves the needle for the. Here's the thing. You know what? I'm serious when I say this. I'm not saying it because I'm a fan. The Raptors are really the kind of team that we should be looking at a guy like Zach LaVine, because we got the defensive coverage now when we bring in Pirtle. You know what I mean? Now you're looking at, and we have great defense up and down the roster, right? So here's the thing: you bring in a pure scorer like Zach LaVine, right? And then you have guys like Pascal Siakam who can finish it off. You know what I mean? He can, and he'll get his 20 a night, right? You know what I mean? I just don't get why we're not looking at a guy like that, because we don't need extra defense on this team. We don't. We got that all covered. We need a pure scorer, bro. Like, I don't get it. But apparently Russell Westbrook is likely going to sign with OKC. He's been recruited by Paul George has been recruiting him. So it looks like they're going to buy Westbrook out, and he might be headed to OKC. I mean, to the Clippers. My apologies. Looks like he's headed to the Clippers. Yeah.
I'm trying to get some insight here. Okay. So, and Jordan, this is going to sound crazy. I think we may move John Collins here in the next hour and a half.
I think you need to, but at the same time, you're not going to get what you need to. Apparently, the Warriors are set on trading James Wiseman today, via Jake Fisher.
I think if we do that, I was reading Jake Fisher.
Yeah.
Says the Pistons and Hawks have talked a separate John Collins deal. Sources said, but being told momentum there has stalled. Gosh, if the Spurs get Wiseman, that's a huge W for them.
Well, dude, let me tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I know you don't like John Collins, so I'm not going to drive home that he's a good player. But what I will say is this, right? John Collins goes to the Warriors. You guys are going to be watching that team go far in the playoffs, and you're going to be like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know that's going to happen, right? Because if you add John Collins, I mean, he's a good piece for them, because Draymond Green and his defensive mind, you know what I mean, can organize everything. I get that John Collins is soft, but they don't need John Collins to be nothing special. They need him to hit his threes in the corner, which he has consistently done. You know what I mean? The thing is, that team is scary as fuck, because the Warriors can really do something. What's good, Antonio? All I'm saying is I'm worried. Oh, are you muted?
I am. I'm sorry. What's up, Antonio? Welcome in, brother, and sports and society. Welcome in, you guys.
Antonio,
I'm texting a few guys here. So just talking.
Yeah. I want if you guys are in the chat right now, type what has been your favorite deal and what has been your least favorite deal of the deadline so far. Or best deal, worst deal, whatever you'd like to chop it up as, because I'm interested in what people think has been the worst deal and best deal of the deadline. What team got shafted the most? And what do you think, analyst? I know you're talking to a couple people, but if you're looking at who do you think got shafted the most so far out of every trade that's happened? And you're looking at that team like, wow, I can't believe they traded like that.
Good or bad?
We'll start. You can start with the bad trade. Who do you think has had the worst trade of the deadline so far? And it's okay if you think it's the Raptors with Pirtle. I don't think he's a bad player though.
I think it's the Lakers. With
the burst, they got the worst end of it, or the best trade.
The worst end of it.
Okay.
Listen, trading Thomas Bryant. for Devon Reed in 3 seconds.
Yeah, I see where you're at. Yeah. Oh, that trade's really nice.
He's put up multiple 30 and 12 games this year.
Yeah, he's been great. You're right. No, I agree. I agree with you. I think that's going to have an impact on the Lakers negatively for sure. And you know what else is interesting is, okay, well, is Wendell Gabriel playing the 5, or are they going to make Anthony Davis? Because then do they want – here's the thing, and I'm serious when I say that, because you put Anthony Davis at the 5, it opens a wing spot for Jared Vanderbilt to start, right? And I think that that's important because his defense is key. You know what I mean? He does bring a lot of defense to the floor. So I'm interested to see what they do with that.
Yeah.
Because if they put AD at the 5, okay, I get it. That makes a little bit more sense, right? Because you need somebody who can play that 5 spot in the NBA. Antonio says he really doesn't see any good trade, but the Lakers. He likes the Lakers. I'm assuming by the good Lakers trade, he's referring to the D'Angelo Russell trade, because that was actually a pretty good trade. I actually think that was good value. You know, only the Lakers would have the best and worst fucking trade in the whole damn.
It's like Rob Pelinka was doing such a great job.
Yeah,
and then he trades Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, because that first trade was actually great for them. Like, that first trade was literally ideal. They
Starks. I don't think the Suns lost any depth. They had a player that wasn't playing for them. They essentially traded just 2 for 1, and they actually got back a guy in TJ Warren, who you could argue is better than a Jay Crowder this season. So I think the Suns did really good adding TJ Warren on the depth chart at the wing that can switch between the 4, adding Kevin freaking Durant with DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, Chris Paul. You know, they still got Cameron Payne off the bench as a backup point guard. He's solid. And they got Landry Shamet there. Bismack Biyombo's played big minutes for him. Listen, the Suns are going to be really good. I think they're going to make another trade here very, very soon. Yeah, they gave up nothing, but listen, that first round pick, I think Utah has coveted that first, and I think that first is going to convey. And with the Lakers' luck, it'll be the 5th overall pick because it's top 4 protected.
Oh, it's unfortunate. We just posted our thank you, Kem Birch tweet from the Raptors. So
man, y'all really traded away that superstar Kem Birch.
I don't think unfortunately it's official now. All NBA Kem Birch is off the team. So
I'm telling you,
that's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, Kem Birch, man. And he's supposed to play in the All-Star game now.
Yeah, with the Rising Stars, actually. Yeah, in the Rising Stars game. So
yeah. I don't think the Lakers should have traded him.
Okay,
I agree.
Quickly back to the Suns, right? The unfortunate thing is here, I do actually think that they have one of the lower end tier in terms of depth in the NBA, right? But let me ask you this. Does it really fucking matter? And I'll tell you this is why, okay? They showed it on the graphic. Like, I was watching ESPN this morning. They showed it on the graphic, right? Kevin Durant near enough 28 points a night. Okay? Devin Booker near enough 26 or 27. Right? So let's just between those two guys alone, you're talking over 50 or 55 points a night. Okay? You got Chris Paul, who's actually surprisingly averaging like 16 to 19. I forget what it was, but it's one of those two numbers. Okay. And you got Torrey Craig. So that's another 20, let's just say 20 points easily a night. Okay. So now we're up to 75. Then you got Ayton. Okay. Ayton's going to give you 15 and 10 a night. So there's 90 points just in the starters every single night. And that is being liberal. All right. It's not going to take a lot more in terms of a supporting cast to do anything. And you got Dario Saric to move. If you want to try to get more depth off of like a guy like Dario Saric, you can probably move him and get a couple rotational pieces. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, if you're just looking at it from that, they have the best starting 5 in the NBA. It's just not even fucking close, you know? So, and pardon my French, I don't mean to swear so much. I just, I can't, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up some text here. Raptors need a center bad. Y'all should go. The Raptors traded for Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, we just got Jakob Poeltl, bro. We just got Jakob Poeltl. So we're good. We're good in that department. He's definitely a top. He's a top echelon center in the NBA. He's no superstar, but he does what he needs to do. He'll get you 10 and 10 every night. So that's what we needed.
Yeah,
we needed a pure rebounder. And it's in a pure 7-footer who can block the ball. Jakob Poeltl is all of those things, so that's great.
Okay.
right.
So, all right, let's see.
I'm just checking.
Trade deadline is crazy, but I love it. This is what I want to be NBA.
Somebody posted it's better than Christmas, the trade season, and I'm like, you're right. You're right.
I think so. I think so. Right?
Yeah, and Antonio didn't see that we got Jakob Pertl, so he's just seen it now. But anyways, that is actually a really like underrated pickup. I feel like.
Yeah.
No. The Hawks with Jakob would have been great too. They need a pure defensive center. I feel like too. They could have used extra rim protection.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, Antonio, if you don't know, so I guess you didn't know that the Spurs got Jakob Pertl. I'll go ahead and read off the trade details for you. Kim Birch heading back to the Spurs. Kim Birch heading back to the Spurs along with a 2024 top 6 protected first and 2 second-round picks for Jakob Pertl. I think that is, I
think it's fair value. I think it is fair value on the surface.
And here's the thing, Jordan. It's a good trade if the Raptors, like, I was not any trade I was expecting them to get off and get back picks. Like I was expecting Masai Ujiri.
It kind of surprised me too. But you know what though? Masai Ujiri knows what he's doing, right? Like this team, it can pick. He can pick late lottery this year. If that's where we end up falling, and he'll still get a good player out of it that will work in his system. He always does. He finds these guys and he develops them like you wouldn't believe. And here, the one other thing I will say, analysts, and I mean, I guess I didn't do a good enough job explaining this the other day when we were talking, right? When you look at the Raptors team, right? One thing that we have that's very underrated is a good prospect pool already, okay? We got Delano Banton, who's coming up, and I can see him being impactful anytime. You know what I mean? Malachi Flynn hasn't been ideal, but he's still become a really good three-point shooter this year. And he's been able to be put in roles where he can kind of initiate that offense, that point guard role, right? Scotty Barnes, obviously we know what he's about, right? This team has some young pieces in place already, that can really make a push for something. Christian Koloko could be in the future. He could come in and be an impact player as well, right? There's a couple key roles here that have already been filled in our prospect pool. So we wouldn't even have had to go into a full rebuild because we have some of these guys already in place. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm kind of on the motive of moving some of these proven pieces that have value right now, because we have great rookies that can actually fill these voids. Oh, and let's not forget we got Precious Achua, who's taken huge strides this year. Huge strides. He's looking like a real nice player out there. His numbers don't show for it all the time, but like he's become like, at least in this last month, he's been very predominant on the offensive side of the ball, and he plays hard defense, which I like to see. He's a good 4, you know what I mean, or a good 3 or 4 wherever you put him. So we got good talent up and down the roster. So I'm interested to see what they do, but that Poto signing did confuse me a bit. It did confuse me a bit because I was like, oh, well, is this team going to finally break it down, do the slow end movement? No, that's not what Masai wants. So that's not what we doing.
And I kind of wish y'all were, I kind of wish y'all were. My guy railing here. First time not watching on We Talk Hawks TV. Hey, listen, it's a lot smaller than We Talk Hawks TV. But hey, I got everyone's support. I got the guy Jordan up here. It's good to see you here. I appreciate you dropping in. It's been absolutely somewhat of a we all thought the trade deadline was going to be boring this year.
Hell yeah. Everyone's talking about
traded.
John Collins. He's the premium asset in this year's trade deadline. John Collins, Kevin fucking Durant, Kyrie Irving. These guys are gone, man. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. What's good, Ro?
Yeah, it's just been, but it's been some really good trades. Kevin Durant goes from 4 unprotected picks, pick swap, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder goes for 5 second-round picks. Thomas Bryant gets traded, who I like a lot, to the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets got better. I think the Nuggets filled in a role that they needed to fill at the backup point guard position. Ken Reddish for Josh Hart. I like Josh Hart a lot. Jakob Pertl to the Raptors for a first-round pick. Essentially, Ken Burker's a no one in that deal, if you ask me. Jordan Nwora heading to the Pacers.
Yeah.
Jalen McDaniels heading.
Dude, I like that pickup. We haven't really talked a lot about that, but I like Jordan Nwora a lot. I mean, probably more than some. So I think for the Pacers, he's big time. They could really turn him into something nice.
The Nuggets are trading Bones Highland to the Clippers.
Damn, are you kidding?
That's another Hawks. Oh, let's see. Hold up.
Oh, the Oklahoma City Thunder are trading Darius Bazley to Phoenix Suns for Dario Saric and a second. Wow.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
That is very interesting. I was just talking about how you can move Dario Saric for a little bit, like another bench piece if you wanted to, right?
The Suns are getting better.
But they're giving up a second and Saric, a younger-ish forward position, for Darius Bazley. Let me look up Darius Bazley's numbers here because I'm interested here.
Oh, wow.
He's 22. Darius Bazley's 22, which is actually great. In terms of a net. So he's getting 5.4 points. Okay, in his career, he's a 9.2 point scorer, 5.4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And I bet you
this is it. I am going to run. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Yo, let me tell you something. If the Hawks do nothing,
he got traded for 2 second-round picks. Are you kidding me?
Who?
Bones Highland.
Yeah, dude, Bones Highland. Dude, I loved Bones Highland, bro. I'm upset that we didn't take a run at that for 2 seconds, man. But let me tell you, I can't really complain because at least our team made a trade. What the fuck are the Hawks doing, dog? They have so many issues on this roster, dude.
And we need a backup point guard.
Dude, you need a backup point guard. You need a backup big. You need all these things. We talk about this every night, analyst. What the shit, man?
2 second-round picks from the freaking Clippers, and we couldn't. Jordan.
That's annoying, dog.
You know we have 12 second-round picks, right?
Well, dude, you should have. Yeah, dude, I don't understand. I like Bones Highland, dude. Dude, I love Bones Highland.
Oh my gosh! What are we thinking? I told you, Landry Fields and Nick Wrestler, they're just coming back from brunch. They woke up about 30 minutes ago, and they're just not getting into the office, and they're sitting back like we're sitting here first in the Eastern Conference. We're 8th in the Eastern Conference, 27 and 28. We need a backup point guard that can score. We need that pop out the bench, and we sit here. And Bones Highland gets traded, not just 2 second-round picks. I want y'all to understand this. It's the Clippers second round. I'm talking about 60th overall pick, okay? This is absolutely asinine and ridiculous. How in the world? and the Warriors are trading James Wiseman for Sadiq Bey. I told you a lot of this. I knew a lot of this was coming. Wiseman for Bey is confirmed. Gosh.
Yo, lick up that stream, boys. Lick up that stream. Let's get some people up in here. But anyways,
this is asinine. This is asinine.
What the hell, man?
This is asinine.
2 seconds for fucking Bones Highland, bro. That's actually the best move in Clippers history. Because they're an older team. You know what I mean? You know that that's so big for them, and I don't understand why the Hawks didn't just pull the trigger on that.
It's 2 second-round picks.
I know. I don't get it, bro.
2 seconds. Who cares? Oh.
Something big happening here, analysts? I heard
Sadiq Bey is heading to Atlanta on a 3-team deal.
Whoa. Dude, I like Sadiq Bey. That's crazy, dude. Dude, no, wait. Was it you or Matt who said he didn't like Sadiq Bey? Was it?
I don't like Sadiq Bey.
Yeah, dude, I like Sadiq Bey, man. Oh, James Wiseman is being traded to the Pistons for Sadiq Bey.
God dang it! Why couldn't we? Why couldn't we get Wiseman?
Hey, Atlanta made a trade. Atlanta did something, dog.
And I bet it's for John Collins.
Dude, if this is what they get for John Collins, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I haven't heard.
Hold up. Let's see. What the? Atlanta sending 5 second-round picks.
No way. No way. Dude, I'm dead.
What in the world?
Dude, I'm
God.
dead. I'm dead.
What are we doing?
Bro, what the fuck was that, dude? Are you kidding me? Dude,
I hope
bro, let me ask you this straight up. Like, hold up.
Jordan, if it's no players, I like this.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's what you're not seeing from my point of view, bro. Ready? Who would you rather have, Sadiq Bey or Bones Island, dog?
Yeah.
You're gonna give up 5 for Sadiq Bey when you could have given up 3 for Bones Highland, bro.
Wow. So
Bay's good, bro. Don't get it twisted. Bay is young too. He's got potential, and I like him. But he's the one position that you guys don't need to fucking fill.
Wait a minute. So the Warriors are just trading James Wiseman for 5 second-round picks?
Maybe, yeah, dude. He didn't have a lot of value, bro. He's had 3 years in the league, right? 3 years in the league and hasn't done shit because they put him. He's been injured, hasn't been able to do well in the G League, but he's still got a lot of potential. Pistons are laughing. Absolutely, you're laughing. You give it rid of Sadiq Bey because he was a little bit ahead of your timeline, anyways. You know what I mean? You get a top tier draft pick in return, and if you're Atlanta, you could have saved 2 first-round picks and got Bones Highland, but you decided to spend 2 more and get Sadiq. So you make your choice.
No, 3 more. We said 3 more.
Well, if you would have gotten him, you would have had to up their offer, right? So I'm saying 2 more, but god damn. Are you kidding me? That is so funny, bro. It's hilarious, man. Your reaction was
right.
What the?
Let me make a quick phone call, okay?
Yeah, you good.
Hey, Jordan, if you can keep talking as much as you can to keep the stream going.
Yeah, you got it, man. I got this shit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about that trade there? Anybody, Rally, you still in the chat, man? What are you thinking? What are you thinking about that? 5 seconds for Sadiq Bey. Wow. Oh my word. I'm just on my phone here, guys, continuously checking up the chat here. So yeah, unbelievable. Of every move that the Hawks could have made today, they decided to go for Sadiq Bey. Yeah, that 5 second-round picks. Wow. Yeah, man. No, I'm with you. 5 second-round picks. I mean, that's kind of excessive, I feel like, for a guy like Sadiq Bey. And he's got potential and he can be something special. But if you just think about it on the surface, right? Everyone's looking at seconds like they're not valuable and, it's just a random whatever. But you got to think about it this way, right? A second-round pick is still a prospect. You know what I mean? And you can't tell me that 5 second-round picks, you wouldn't get lucky enough to have one hit and be as good as a guy like Sadiq Bey. That's the way I look at it, right? And this is players that could have been on your team for years to come. Anybody disagree with that? Because I'm looking at second round picks a little bit more valuable than some, right? If you look at it like so look at some of the guys in the league who have been second round picks or even undrafted players that could be available at that area, right? Like, Jokic. Obviously, he's a generational talent. Very unlikely you'll get somebody like that. But Jokic, Fred VanVleet, these kind of guys have been available past the second round. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you got to think about it that way. 5 second round picks is a lot, and it actually yields a decent bit of the future of this team. Yes, the Hawks had 12 to play with, so you still got seven in your possession. But all you're getting is a guy like Sadiq Bey, right? And the other thing I have issue with this team, and I mean, you guys can say what you want. I've been watching the Hawks for a while now too. Like, does Sadiq Bey even fit this rotation flawlessly? Because I don't know if he even fits the needle. Right, you got DeAndre Hunter, so there's your 3 position. Okay, let's get real. He's on the bench. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I mean, analysts, you disagree with that? I'm saying The bottom line is Sadiq Bey comes in and he's off the bench because he's not starting on that team. You know what I mean?
So
he would be off the bench, bro, because there's no way you're starting him over Herder.
Okay, let's see.
2 seconds for Bones. Justin Holiday and Frank Kaminsky for Garrison Matthews. And
there you go. Let's go.
You hated Justin Holiday, dog.
I love Garrison Matthews.
Yeah, he can shoot the ball, but that's it, man.
Yes.
Cost-cutting move for the Hawks. But dude, you know what's annoying? Okay, here's the issue I have with this, right? I like Garrison Matthews. I think it's a good trade for you guys. I don't really think it moves the needle at all, but I think it's a good trade for you. But here's my thing, right? You know what's annoying with this? You know, Frank Kaminsky, when he's been in for you guys, has been good, and you guys just never played him. That's the problem that I have with this trade.
And we're getting Bruno Fernando. God.
But dude, it's Bruno Fernando, man. Fuck you.
We already had
Shut
him.
Up.
Okay. So we're trading Justin Holiday, Frank Kaminsky for Garrison Matthews, Bruno Fernando. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
At least you did. At least you guys did something today. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Fuck. I mean, you imagine if you did nothing.
I love Garrison Matthews, right?
Dude, I do too. I like Garrison Matthews.
I love Garrison Matthews.
I think he fits a role. The problem is you're going to play him 2 minutes a night. So thanks, Nate. Appreciate that.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's going to play 2 minutes a night. Bogey's going to start. Okay, all season long. Bogey is going to be your starting shooting guard for the Atlanta Hawks. Man. You know what I don't get is why the hell they start Bogey instead of like AJ. Like, I just don't get it. I'll never understand.
Yeah, I mean that's Nate. That's Nate for you, right? Why did all this have to just happen right like at one?
Yeah, okay. Bro. 5 second-round picks is a lot. I mean,
we had a lot of picks, you know.
No, I get that, but 5. And what I was saying to the chat is this, right? Like, if you just look at it like second-round picks are not valuable at all, you're mistaken, right? Because that's 5 prospects. Okay, Jalen Johnson was a second, right? Am I mistaken by that?
No, Jalen Johnson was a first-round pick.
Who was a second on your roster?
Tyrese.
Like, I'll tell you, the Raptors have some good second-round picks. You know, the Raptors have brought in guys like Koloko. The Raptors have brought in guys like Delano Banton, and he was offered for Delano Banton, right? So,
okay,
like seconds are still valuable.
The roster's coming together, you know.
Y'all still got JC, bro. We need to. JC's got to get his ass up out of here, dog.
5 seconds. Is that all they could do? Is that all the Warriors could get back?
I wonder if the Pistons gave anything else.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
They're probably so happy to get Wiseman.
I think so too. 5 second-round picks. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, sports and society. I mean, that's a good. I don't know if I can take it like you can.
I'm super high on Garrison Matthews, though.
No. Like, did you see what Sports and Society just said? Question is Nate going to use him? And that's a good point, Doc.
And if Nate doesn't use him, he should be ashamed of himself and he should be fired and never brought back to the NBA.
Well, dude, that's the players he doesn't use players like Garrison Matthews or, you know what I mean? Who else was in that deal? What's his name? Center, I believe it was.
Nothing on the Mavs yet. Nothing on the Mavs yet. I think the Mavs are going to be looking to. I know they're probably kicking the tires on.
Well, dog, the Mavs got Kyrie. I mean, that's a hell of a deadline for the Mavs. Yeah. The Mavs got their guy. You know what I mean? Players like hey, the Raptors. I know that Masai likes doing his business in the summer. I get it, but you got so many players here that you can move, man. And Fred VanVleet's on an expiring deal, dog. Get him the fuck out of Toronto. Yeah, he's saying the Mavs still need a big, and I think you're right. Dwight Powell don't move the needle, right? So, but the thing is, like, here's the thing: Jakob Poeltl was actually wanted around the NBA. Hey, that's the crazy thing. Like, it wasn't like he wasn't getting calls. I read today that the Boston Celtics offered Peyton Pritchard a couple seconds and another player for him. I missed out who it was, but it wasn't anybody super significant. I don't know if you saw that too, but I saw today that the Celtics offered Peyton Pritchard for
So
Poeltl.
Rail said they still need a big. Mo Bamba is out there.
But is he better than Powell? I know he's
I
a
think
stretch
so.
big, maybe a
I
bit
think so.
better. Mo Bamba.
I would trade.
Mo Bamba. That'd be good. Mo Bamba's been playing good this year, man.
Okay, now it's time for us to trade John Collins' trash soft sell.
I agree, Rel. I think I mean, analyst isn't as high on the deal as I am, and I'm not just saying that as a Raps fan, but I think Jakob Poeltl definitely fits a need on this team. Is what I'll say. Definitely fits a need. Philip, you're right. The Hawks finally did something. It's about damn time. Now, here's the question: will they trade John fucking Collins? Is the question I want to know.
He said I'm good on Bamba.
He said, "Nah, I'm good."
I'm trying to think of the type of players that y'all could use at the center position.
I'm thinking through the NBA, bro. What team is looking to kind of slow it down there in that position?
I'm a fan of Garrison Matthews, though.
No, I like Garrison Matthews. The issue is the Hawks are never going to play him. So that's the problem I have. You know what I mean?
What about y'all talked about Richaun Holmes of the day, Rail?
Well, I think the Mavericks, if they're talking about the 5 position, they need defense at the 5, right? I think that's what he's in reference to. So who would they get rid of? Who's a defensive-ish center for the 5? Let me go through the NBA. I need to think in my head here. You know, it's honestly a shame. It's honestly a shame that the Mavericks didn't go for a guy like Thomas Bryant, bro. It's such a shame because if that's all it took to get rid of Thomas Bryant, the Mavericks should have made a run after him. You know what I mean? He good rebounder, not the greatest defender, but he could do what he needs to. But he's been having 30-point games this year. Okay, he's obviously very competent at the 5. So I don't understand why the Mavericks didn't make a run at like a guy like Thomas Bryant. That shit pissed me off because it didn't take much to pry him away from the Lakers. Three seconds. You know. Okay, but let me ask you this, analyst. Unfiltered, because I know they have them, but unfiltered, no BS. Would you rather have Thomas Bryant on your team as a backup big for 3 seconds, or would you rather pay 5 for Sadiq Bey? Which one would you rather?
Considering we needed another wing, gosh, Twitter's jumping. I love Thomas Bryant, but I do. Eric Gordon heading to the Clippers.
Eric Gordon.
Eric.
Okay.
Gordon. Okay, who's still out there? Collins trade. I'll get back to that. I would still trade John Collins and Bogey. I would too. Hey, point. Welcome in, brother. It's good to see you. We were looking for you all over. Let me know if you want to come on. I'll drop that link.
Rel says so. It's actually mixed in the chat. Rel says Thomas Bryant. Always point says Sadiq Bey. So it's interesting because I mean, let's get real. Thomas Bryant for 3 seconds is a steal. It's a steal. It's a fleece, as they say on the streets. It's a fleece. As for
the Rockets are fully selling.
I was going to say,
I wonder who's going back to Houston though. Maybe Luke Kennard. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe so. It's got to be salary. So who would it be? Dude, you know what's crazy is Eric Gordon. Okay, the Clippers just won the deadline, bro, depending on what they gave up here. And I say this because they didn't need anything special. You know what I mean? They already got their roster kind of set out, and you get a sharpshooter in Eric Gordon, and you get a great backup point guard in Bones Highland. You know what I mean? Like for the value they gave up.
Let's see.
Here's the real question: Bruno Fernandez.
It's another multi-team deal. My goodness.
Oh, who?
This is just out of control. All these multi-team deals.
Is that from Woj?
From Adrian Wojnarowski.
Okay, I'm looking it up now. Hold up, don't tell me. Don't say it just yet. I gotta see it.
Oh no, the teams were not announced just yet.
Oh.
No. God, dog. We're sending 2 more second-round picks to the Rockets.
For what?
Hey,
so you're part of the deal then. You're in this Eric Gordon deal.
No. That was for the Garrison Matthews Bruno thing.
Oh, I see. Okay, shit. So the Hawks will send the Rockets 2 second rounders as part of the deal. Oh my god! So that dude, you just gave up so much value for this shit. You're gonna 7.
I mean, hey, we had so many second-round picks. That's why I was upset that we weren't doing anything with them.
But you know what's crazy is you're giving them up for fillers and backup roles, like way backup roles. Okay, Bruno Fernandez is not going to be that key in this team. We know this. Okay, there's no secret there. I hope Garrison Matthews gets a look. He needs to, bro. But the bottom.
Okay, the third team is the Grizzlies.
Yo, what?
The Houston Rockets, bruh, they're acquiring John Wall right back.
No way. The Rockets are?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. If you're John Wall, you're pissed. If you're John Wall, he literally said, I hated the Rockets when I was there because they never remember, they didn't let him play. They just made him sit on the bench for a year, dog. That's shitty, man. They better buy him out, bro.
That's a great one. The Clippers are sending Luke Kennard to Memphis.
Oh, that's a big pickup for Memphis. That's a big.
Luke
like Luke
Kennard.
I like Luke Kennard, bro. I like Luke Kennard on the Memphis Grizzlies.
Man, Luke Kennard, that's a good pickup for him. Bro, this is so much to shuffle here.
Dude, there was nothing going on, and then out of nowhere, everything's going on.
I'm assuming John Wall would get bought out.
He needs to. Free John Wall's ass, bruh. If you let John Wall sit on your bench for the next year, oh, dude, I'll be pissed off, man. I'll be pissed off. He already suffered enough in Houston. Let him free, damn it. The Clippers did well. You turn Luke Kennard into Eric Gordon. That's all right.
What are the Memphis Grizzlies giving up? Are they going to trade? Real said they'll take Wall. Hey, why not? So it's the Clippers.
Lakers are interested in Mo Bamba.
I saw that. I'm surprised the Grizzlies are even. I'm surprised the Grizzlies because Zach.
Grizzlies are sending Danny Green in the deal. Now that's a big loss. That's a big loss for the Grizzlies. I'm joking. Danny Green with our Raptors. Okay, he can just burn. Okay, he can just burn. From your Warriors via Sham. The Warriors are interested in OG Anunoby.
Hey. They're gonna use that currency, those 5 second-round picks to try to.
But you know what else they're gonna have to toss in Moses Moody, bro. And I'm high on Moses Moody. You want Moses Moody over here? I'll take that. That's a shooting guard to the future. Or
Masai may ask back for Jonathan Kuminga.
Dude, or both. It's OG Anunoby, dog. Or both. Dude, I hope that's a trade that happens.
The Clippers are sending Luke Kennard to the Grizzlies, who are sending 3 second-round picks to the Clippers. Okay. Wow.
I'll be right back. I'm just going to go to the washroom, dog. I'll be right back.
Wow. Okay. Eric Gordon is heading to the Clippers. Luke Kennard is heading to the Grizzlies. Danny Green to the Rockets. John Wall to the Rockets. This is Okay. It's not done trying to deal. The Nets can get up to 3 for okay. Okay. Rockets will get swap rights to Bucks pick this year if the deal is part of the deal. Oh gosh. Hold up 1 second. Dominique not for long. We ain't got him for long. I tell you that. I will tell you that. Los Angeles Lakers are trading Patrick Beverly to the Orlando Magic from Mo Bamba. Bam, there it is. There it is. Patrick Beverly from Mo Bamba.
Are you kidding me? Patrick Beverly? Oh my word, shoot a bird. Are you kidding me? Patrick Beverly for fucking Obama? Is this a fucking joke? Oh my goodness. So I just watched a quick video from Shams, and apparently there is a lot of calls about OG, and the Warriors are currently the front runner. It looks like a deal might happen before the deadline. In an hour.
They're gonna have to spice up that offer because we are right at an hour left.
Patrick Beverly from Obama. Is this a joke? Yo, dude, you know what? That's a W for the Lakers, man. That's a W for the Lakers again. You know, they go from W to L, W to L. That's how they work, dog. Why would there's got to be draft capital involved because why would the Magic do that?
They get an expiring. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's gonna be draft. I guarantee it's one of is a combination of those 3 seconds they got today.
It's gonna be it's gonna be second round picks. Sources say the Lakers are sending second round draft compensation with Patrick Beverly. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lakers and Dom's right here. The Lakers and Clippers have been all over the deadline, bro. All over the place, man. Yeah, I think it is a win-win. Like the bottom line is Mo Bamba's been worse than my boy Bol Bol over there. So why keep Mo Bamba around? You know, it's true. I think for the Magic, he's been better this year, Bol Bol. So you know, you're gonna get some second round picks and move off of his salary. Why the hell not? But I'll say this though: the fucking Magic better buy out Patrick Beverly, because why would you keep Beverly when he's as old as he is and he wants to win? You know, he's a player that they should buy out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Magic don't need fucking Patrick Beverly.
Thank you so much. I have to pee so bad right now.
Dude, go. I got you.
Okay.
I had to step out for a second too, so.
Okay. Yeah, if you could just take care of the chat.
Uh-oh. Dom just... I swear to God, am I missing something?
What?
Look what Dom put in the chat. Am I missing something here?
Oh, no. I think he was talking hypothetical.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness, because I was like, I was about to lose my mind, man.
You don't want Draymond Green?
No, because let me tell you something, analysts. That trade's going to be nuts, bro. That's going to be a big time important trade that's going to have implications on the future.
I think you're going to at least see 2 first-round picks.
Well, I don't know about first because especially with the Warriors, dude, they got huge prospects. Huge. Like Kuminga and Moody are big time prospects, dude. Both lottery picks in the last couple of years. Like these are guys that can play ball. And the other thing is, if the Raptors pick up a guy like that, dog, you know what Masai Ujiri turns these players into. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. You got to think about it that way. Kuminga could be an all-star. Moody could be an all-star, especially under the Raptors foundation, and that's just the bottom line. So this is big here for us.
Okay, I'm gonna run. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you see what Dominic just said?
Y'all can trade Trent and OG for Moody and picks. It'll be more than Moody and picks. It'll be more than Moody and picks. Masai's gonna cook whatever GM he's talking to. So
I don't know. It's Bob Myers.
But this is Masai Ujiri, dog. Okay, it's not Tony Wrestler and company. Okay,
It's Bob and Bob Myers. You know he unfortunately he got
San Antonio Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs are trading Josh Richardson to the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, I love that for New Orleans.
Yes,
Jackson Hayes has to be going back. Jackson Hayes.
The rest is not. The rest is, dude. I like Jackson Hayes too, but the rest isn't listed yet.
Jackson Hayes has to be going back.
Shams beat Woj to that one. Shams.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys have been busy today.
Devontae Graham and 4 second-round picks going to the Spurs.
Woo!
Devontae Graham and 4 seconds heading back to the Spurs.
Damn.
Okay.
You gotta wonder how they can type this fast.
Dude.
You know what I mean? I can't type that. Holy smokes. How do they even find out all this information in time to post it before anybody else? Like, they're literally, like, there's so many things going on.
This is... Okay, Patrick Beverly for Mo Bamba.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, gosh.
Dude, the Lakers are serious. I'm sorry, the Lakers are serious. You got a French All-Star possible player.
Wait a minute, they just traded Thomas Bryant, but traded for Mo Bamba. Like, what? You gave him assets for Mo Bamba. I think Thomas Bryant is better than Mo Bamba.
But they got 3 for Thomas Bryant. How many did they give up for Mo Bamba?
I think 2 or 3.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the one thing I will say, right? You know what Thomas Bryant doesn't do as well as Mo Bamba?
Kevin Knox is a part of the multi-team deal. He's heading to the Warriors.
Interesting.
Big
you know what Mo Bamba does that Thomas Bryant doesn't?
What's that?
The one thing the Lakers can't do: shoot the basketball. So that's something to consider. Maybe that's what they're looking at. They're looking, okay, well, he can stretch the floor a little bit, and we don't have anybody that can shoot other than D'Lo now. Beasley can shoot it a little bit. You know what I mean? But we didn't have any players that could shoot the basketball, but now we do. You know what I mean? And Mo Bamba can stretch the floor better. You know, in terms of being a defender or rebounder, I don't think he's better than. I don't think. They need to stretch 5 next to AD. I agree, Rashad. I think in that sense it's a good trade for them. I think it makes sense.
I think Devontae Graham is going to be available. I think the Spurs are going to look to flip him. They have no business keeping Devontae Graham.
Yeah, well, Devontae Graham. I mean, you could buy him out, or whatever you need to do. The
Thomas Bryant
Raptors.
is in
I would
stretch
think the
5
Raptors
now.
go after him. I like the Raptors to go after Devontae Graham.
Okay, the Pistons are sending Kevin Knox to the
Bryant, he
Warriors.
says Bryant can shoot threes. Let me see what Bryant's numbers are. I don't really see him shoot that often, but I guess I'm not really
As far
watching him.
as James Wiseman, Knox may be moved to a different team. Okay. John Wall, or the Rockets plan to buy out John Wall. There we go. Hawks traded Justin Holiday and Frank Kaminsky for Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando.
Interesting, bro.
Ah, man, I feel so good.
Okay, I'm just looking up his shooting splits. Holy shit! Thomas Bryant was shooting an attempt a game, and he was getting 44% on the season. So, I mean, I guess that's not too bad, but he's only shooting one attempt a game. What is Mo Bamba doing?
Mo Bamba from 3?
Yeah, I'm looking that up now. I'm looking it up now. I got you. He is okay. He's shooting 39.8, so 40%, and he's also shooting it. He's shooting 2.7 attempts per game. So there's the difference, right? He's a better shooter, right? Mo Bamba is a better shooter than Thomas Bryant, and I think that was something they had to consider.
Suns are interested in John Wall for a buyout.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, dude. If CP is going to regress a little bit, why not have somebody who can still run the floor a bit? He's coming to an end in terms of his prime too, but he won't be expensive to buy him out. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
I think we're still looking for a John Collins trade.
I think so too, and that sucks because I don't think you guys should trade John Collins. I don't think Ayton's available. I don't think he can actually be traded because of his new trade clause with his new contract.
No, he just has the power.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but why would he want to leave the Suns when KD just came to your team?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He ain't moving. He ain't moving nowhere. He ain't moving nowhere.
Okay. Lord have mercy.
Trade Trae Young, he says.
We got 30 minutes to go, so.
You imagine? The Pistons are sending Kevin Knox to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bones hot. The Clippers they have dominated the trade deadline.
Dude, I agree. I think the Clippers have done everything they needed. I told you that earlier. Like, it's not like they brought in any big time names, but the guys that they
fit. And Eric Gordon.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
They got better. They got better.
Yeah, they did. And then you already got Zubac, obviously, who can fill a role. But if they got the two bona fide guys, you got Paul George and Kawhi who can play, obviously. So I think the Clippers are fine, man. I think the Clippers are doing just fine. They killed and you know what? They didn't give up a first round pick in any of those deals. All second rounders. Oh, via Chris Haynes, Thomas Bryant requested a trade from the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay,
I can understand that.
Yeah, so that's why he was traded. And you know what? Kudos to the Lakers analysts, because you know what I mean. The bottom line is, if you are stuck in a situation like that last minute and you bring in a guy like Mo Bamba, that's a good replacement for somebody you had to get rid of. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, if you had to get rid of him, analyst, what are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like at least they got another big in there right away. That's great. That's great. Interesting. Apparently, him and Anthony Davis didn't get along.
Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. This is so much.
Is there another thing happening?
My phone is just I don't know how Woj has to just It just a small thing. Terry Taylor. He went to the Bucks, I think. This is one of the best trade deadlines I can say. So I'm happy. I'm for the most part I'm happy. Right, we get Sadiq Bey, another wing, a guy that I was not high on, but it was strictly for John Collins. I did not want to trade Sadiq Bey for John Collins. We didn't do that. And do you think Toronto will be interested in John Collins and Bogdanovich?
Well, not for much. I mean, the salary is something to consider. I don't think there's going to be a deal between our clubs, bro, unless it's multiple team.
Okay.
Just because I don't see the Raptors taking on salary right now. I just think it's the last thing, especially when you got to sign Jakob Poeltl that you just brought in. So don't forget though, even though it might get to 3 p.m. Eastern, there can still be trades that happen shortly thereafter, right?
They're still probably going to be coming in if they can't.
Yeah, I think there's still going to be a couple trades after 3 p.m. is what I've been hearing.
Okay. My one request, Bay does not result in Jalen Johnson get pushed out of the rotation. Yeah, something Nate would do.
What a crazy 2 days here, man.
Yeah, you're telling me. So okay.
Yo, if you're John Wall, you're pissed off.
I'm upset. I was excited to go to this team.
Yeah.
It
seemed like they wanted him so bad in LA this year, man. It was such a big thing when they signed him. And then you're going to send him right back to the place where they benched him for a year. Like, that's a kick in the ass, bro.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I'm kind of on a different. I'm kind of glad Eric Gordon got out of there.
Did you see Patrick Beverly? He tweeted, "I see Woj been in the gym. He giving Shams trouble this year, and this because it's always about who tweets it first." And then Patrick Beverly gets traded later after he tweets that. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, we were up damn late last night talking about this shit.
Yeah.
I woke up. I'm on fumes here, dog. And then after all this shit, we got to watch the Atlanta Hawks play basketball tonight. And then Damon was tweeting that they got to win by 20. They ain't winning by 20. We know this.
Yeah. So we're not gonna. Hey, we're not gonna have Justin and Frank on that bench tonight.
What a shame. No Justin Holiday tonight.
Yeah, I'm not saying, right? I agree. I would go after John Wall in a
me too, man. I like John Wall
as a backup guard. Now the question is he going to come here?
the Lakers are still in talks about Bojan Bogdanovic in Detroit.
I doubt it. I don't think they're getting anything done with him.
What do they have to give them? The
They're gonna
29 first?
They're gonna, and I don't think the Pistons are gonna want that. They're gonna have to probably give them 29 first. And now you don't really have anything to match salary.
I agree.
Other than Mo Bamba. Like Patrick Beverly was that guy that you're gonna have to use to get to that number.
I'm 100% with you. I am 100%.
And that pick is not gonna be like Lowry. That pick is gonna be almost unprotected.
Yeah, I'm with you. What I will say is, dude, no matter what people say about this Lakers team or whatever, they had a good deadline. Okay. Yeah, you had to get rid of Thomas Bryant. Now a little bit more makes sense because he requested to get out of that place, right? He was having issues with AD. I get it, right? But when you look at the trade they made before that, analyst, right? For D'Angelo Russell, you know what I mean? You got off that was such a great deal. You got off salary with Russell. You get on D'Angelo Russell. You get Malik Beasley, who is a good shooter as well. You get Jared Vanderbilt, who could hold the fort down. Like, that is a good trade for the Lakers. You know what I mean? Now you get Mo Bamba, who's a stretch big. You got more depth on the team. You know what I mean? Like, that is a good roster now. That is a good roster.
Yeah.
And the only thing holding that team back from playing their best is if the stars want to play. You know what I mean? If Anthony Davis can come out there and play the way we know he can, the team's in good shape.
Let's see.
The Atlanta Hawks. So what do you think about just
do we go after Patrick Beverly as a backup guard?
Yeah, I would. You know how much Damon would love that, bro? Damon would be going nuts over that. He loves him. He's like, you need to bring a dog into the building, he says all the time.
Yeah.
You know, but I want you to tap in and I want you to talk about Saddiq Bey. What do you think he's going to bring to the Hawks? Do you like this signing? I know you said you weren't a big fan of Saddiq Bey, but what do you think about him on the Hawks?
So I like the pickup because we didn't trade a player. We traded 5 second-round picks, which is, the Hornets are trading Mason Plumlee to the Clippers.
Dude, where are the Clippers getting all this shit, bro?
Hey, they have a trade exception that they could use for $9 million, and I knew they were going to use it for Mason Plumlee too.
Son of a birch tree, bro.
They are going all in this season.
Plumlee's a good backup big, a good playmaking backup big. He's no good. He's not a good defender. He's not really that good offensively, but yeah.
Okay, so I think he's a good wing for us. He is gonna what?
What's how? Oh, don't say it. Don't say it now. Don't say it. Oh, I'm not seeing enough. Is it Woj?
The Clippers. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, say it.
The Clippers are sending Reggie Jackson to the Hornets.
Why?
That doesn't make any sense,
bro. They got rid of John Wall.
You're gonna trade Reggie. They have to be in talks for another point guard. Maybe Fred VanVleet. I don't know.
No, didn't they get Bones Highland?
They did, but they can't rely on him.
Well, I would say he's probably just as good as Reggie. Reggie's been filling his role really nicely, but Bones Highland's a really strong player. But they must see a lot in Bones Highland. My God, dog.
Yeah.
Why would they get rid of both John Wall and see that shit's crazy to me, man.
Okay.
Interesting. I don't like that. I really do not like that.
Okay, it's saying Patrick Beverly will probably get a buyout. Andrew Huffman, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel.
Yeah, y'all boys better be subscribing and shit. What is that about? Let's get it going.
I'm typing out all these trades out on a Google Docs.
Yeah, got you. There's a lot of them to go through, dog. You're gonna be typing for a while.
I'm typing as I go.
Yeah, the amount of times you're going to be typing second round pick is going to be.
Gosh, yeah.
Second round pick. Second round pick. Second round pick.
But that doesn't make any Reggie and if Reggie Jackson gets bought out or flipped, I'm going after Reggie Jackson.
Oh yeah, you are.
I go after
Reggie Jackson's huge, bro. He's a good shooter, a dog out there. He plays hard.
I'd go after him.
No, we're gonna be 15 minutes away here in 2 minutes. I'm just gonna go get some water. I got a bar right here.
Okay, it's why watch a trade's gonna happen as soon as she.
I know it's gonna be OG Anunoby for one first rounder. You son of a bitch! I'll be like so fired up.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh man. I'm trying to make a trade. For trade deadline. Absolutely not. Oh gosh. Okay. Mason Plumlee for Reggie Jackson. Doesn't make any sense in my opinion. Doesn't make any sense. That makes 0 sense.
Did OG get traded?
No.
Okay, we good.
But Pascal did for 2 second-round picks. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You put some stuff in your water?
Well, I'm on that dietary bullshit. You know, you saw me walking the other day. I do walk occasionally. Okay, I may be fat, but I'm mighty. Okay, I take out. Yeah, that was on the Kyrie trade, man. I was out playing basketball, and Kyrie got traded. I said I gotta go. Ambulance is calling.
Oh Lord, Reggie Jackson though, that is something. They must have,
dude. Why? I would much rather keep Reggie Jackson than Mason fucking Plumlee.
I'm telling you. I am telling you.
That shit just, I don't care about salary. If you're trying to win now, that makes no sense.
Okay, we got 15. It's hard. I don't want this to end. We got 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left. The Warriors are in OG Anunoby.
When did that come out?
Okay. So
biggest trade of the day, though. It's gotta
be. There has to be more.
Oh, there will be. Like I said, I think a trade's gonna happen in like the 15 minutes after the deadline. Like there's gonna be trades that come in shortly after, right? Because it can still happen.
Let's see. I mean, touch your dogs.
Can you hear my dog? Oh shit! Sorry about that, brother.
I can hear your dog. No, it's okay. I'm man. John and Bogey have to be out. Oh no. Okay.
What happened?
Jake Fisher just said there is no deal for John Collins out of Atlanta.
Wow. Yo.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I actually kind of feel bad for John Collins.
Get this man out of Atlanta. Get this man out of Atlanta. And now it's all reported that the Hawks are keeping John. I cannot. We're keeping John Collins. For what?
Let's go, John Collins.
No. God.
Dom's like,
We're
yeah.
excited about this. I gotta watch this weak dude get pushed off the block every.
Yo, you guys ain't doing shit.
Hey, we did
What
our
the
little
fuck,
moves.
analyst, man?
We did our little moves, and oh man, Bogdanovich is still not at play. But why are we keeping John Collins?
Why are you guys keeping Bogey?
Like, him too. Like,
why isn't Bogey gone yet? I would have traded three second rounders for Bogey. Like, get him out of there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, why the fuck Reggie Jackson was traded for Mason Plumlee, I will never understand.
Bogdanovich. Man, John, I cannot stand watching John Collins anymore. My eyes. This is my eyes. Better figure something out with Bogdanovich.
You guys got to do something else, man. You got to do something else.
It's got to be quick. It's got to be quick. You know.
And Tony Wrestler, we trust. You know.
John Collins is stay. I cannot.
You wanted him gone so bad, analyst.
That is. Man, oh man.
Let's go. Atlanta's biggest trade of the day. Bringing in Garrison Matthews.
Well, and him and Sadiq Bey.
Oh yeah, I guess Sadiq Bey is in there. I think Sadiq Bey is a bigger pickup. Let's be real. Over Garrison Matthews, he'll get more time on the floor. So
yeah. Oh man. The Thunder pick, bro. The Thunder, they love those. They love those picks. They love. God,
dude.
They love
this is the
they
offseason
love
for the
those
Thunder,
picks.
man. This is the offseason for the Thunder where they're gonna get all these free agents. They're gonna get all these.
They have like 35 picks now. Like what?
I know it's stupid.
My goodness.
Oh, the Blazers are trading Gary Payton II to the Warriors for 5 seconds. For 5 seconds.
I guarantee it's the seconds we gave him. I guarantee it.
All 5 of them.
Oh my goodness. What a disgrace. Oh man. Gary Payton for 5 seconds. He's going back to the Warriors. The Warriors are trying to rekindle that
Patrick Beverley is expected to be bought out by the Orlando Magic.
Oh man, that is hilarious. That is hilarious.
The Warriors are rerouting Kevin Knox to the Blazers in a multi-team deal with the Pistons.
What is Portland doing? Damian Lillard, bro.
No. They're taking back Kevin Knox and getting the 5 seconds for Gary Payton II.
What are you doing? What do you do? You traded away. You got Matisse Thybulle. You got.
Oh my God, it's true. Gary Payton II is back in Golden State where he won a ring, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, what did that guy Big O with the Jam just say, dog? What?
Oh my God! I will riot. I will burn. I will. Oh my goodness! If we did that, if we did that, I would be so upset. I would be so upset. I believe so, Mike. I don't think he's staying with the Hornets. I think if he's not flipped here in the next few minutes, I
We
think
haven't heard anything. We haven't heard anything yet, but I would see him getting bought out.
Yeah.
We have heard that.
What is Portland doing? Like, are they content? They picked up like 3 wings that Matisse Thybulle, Cam Reddish, and Kevin Knox. Like, what are they gonna do with all this? And man, my goodness. I think Patrick Beverly might go to the Sixers, maybe. I don't know, or Miami. I don't know. Let's see. Kenny Beecham said his power went out.
Oh, real?
Yeah, his power just came back on. 5-second, bruh. I don't even know what's going on at this point. I have lost track of it. And I'm usually on top of it. I have lost track on some of the deals that were made. Thankfully, we still have our well, I know Woj come out with every like little detail about what picks are which picks are what, you know, what in what year, whether the protections on the pick. Good. Ian Bagley said that the Knicks communicated with the Bulls on Zach LaVine, and a trade now is unlikely. Good. The Knicks don't deserve Zach LaVine.
Good.
Second round picks was the currency today.
Second round picks are the new premium asset of the NBA, y'all. Okay? You want Giannis, it's 34 second round picks. Okay? That is the new way of the NBA. Second round fucking picks.
You said how many seconds?
34 second round picks.
Oh, just call Oklahoma City. They'll get it done for you. Oh, gosh.
No, that's actually a fun question, bro. How many second round picks would it take to get a star in the NBA?
I'd say if I was trading Giannis, I'd say give me 60 second round picks.
60? Is it 60? Okay.
60 second round picks, right? Lou. No, Gary Payton's not better than Bay. He's not better than Bay.
No, that if you're looking at it that way, it's good value for you guys. If that's what 5 second rounders get you, then good.
Why are we keeping? I cannot look at this dude anymore.
You should just buy a John Collins jersey, brother. He's gonna be there in LA.
No.
He's gonna be there. Long term, LT, my guy, LT.
Goodness,
long term.
Man, the Pistons had a huge W today. Picking up Wiseman.
Yeah, I think so too.
So what are the Warriors going to do at the center? I don't. I know they got Looney, but yeah, point. This is getting ridiculous. John, why is John? I can't even look at. I mean, my goodness, like he's.
Oh my word, shoot a bird. You know what the fuck? Shoot a duck. Okay, why are y'all keeping John Collins?
Like this dude, oh my gosh. Can we get Bogdanovich out of here before this deadline is up? My goodness. Can we get Bogdanovich out of here before? If Bogdanovich is on this team, by the time my goodness. If Bogdanovich is on this team, we didn't have time to trade these guys. You shouldn't have been at brunch on the trade deadline. Wake up at 11:30 at brunch. You would have had more time if you were engaging last night. Oh my goodness.
We love you, Bogey. We do. We love you, Bogey.
Oh
we do. Oh, Bogans and John Collins, we love you too. Hey.
I think this is Landry Fields thinking that we're super close to a championship. He traded for and Garrison Matthews You know, we better waive Bruno Fernando. We better waive Bruno Fernando. We better not keep this.
If Landry Fields thinks that you guys are ready for the chip, I don't even know what to say.
All right, we got Bay. We got Bay. I would have preferred Wiseman, but we got Bay. Something.
Hey, and you got rid of Justin Holiday.
Hey, that's a plus right there because Justin was a disgrace.
Oh, my boy, Damon in the building.
Damon is in the building,
bro. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Mid-level ass trades. JC is staying on the team. What do you think of that, Damon? JC is officially staying on the team. What do you think of that?
He said, Bruno stayed. Oh no.
Bruno stays. We ain't going nowhere. I agree. I mean, he didn't do nothing to move the needle. Nothing was done to move the needle today. You know, Bogey is still on the team. Everyone's excited about that. We got the entirety of Atlantic screaming Bogey's name in excitement for this one.
Oh gosh. Christian Wood is staying in Dallas. Man, we should have been traded if they would have let Travis do his job and trade this dude for Domantas Sabonis would have been just a-okay. But we couldn't let him do that. Why are we keeping John Collins again? I mean, this is just and why did the Clippers trade Reggie Jackson for Mason? That doesn't make any sense. We better be active in the buyout market. We better be active. And I know buyout market is for contenders, but listen, we better be throwing some serious money at some guys because I tell you what, I'm not putting up with this roster currently constructed. We did get better. I'll give Landry credit. We got better, but I ain't putting up with this. Okay, we got somewhat deeper. I'm okay with that, but we kept John Collins. Like really. Thankfully, we got rid of Justin Holiday, though.
Damon, I think we'll still be on for quite a while, man. Even though, I mean, I don't know if analysts has got to go right away, but I don't really think we're going to be heading off anytime soon.
No, yeah, I'm going to be up here.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me up.
I'm going to be up here. We're almost at 2 hours.
Okay, and what Damon just said is exactly what I was saying earlier, bro. That was the part that was annoying me with all these little fucking bullshit trades, right? You got deeper, but Nate don't play anybody past 9 men. You know what I mean? Exactly. The rotation is always short, right? So you're Garrison Matthews, though you're excited about a guy like Garrison Matthews, he's not going to play enough for him to be valuable. You know what I mean? And that's just the bottom line. It is. It's bad. It's just what it is, though.
We saved way too much money today. We saved way too much money today. I just looked at this. We saved way too much money today. Bro, when we need a spark, you better go to Garrison Matthews. I'll tell you that much. Bruno, no, why would we take back Bruno Fernando? We couldn't get back Kenyon Martin. Why would you take back Bruno? We couldn't get back Boban. Like Bruno, really? Oh gosh. Oh my good. Bruno has 4 years left on his deal.
Bruno, the missing piece.
Oh my goodness! Now I do like Garrison because he has 3 years left. I love the Bay pickup because we didn't trade a player. Now if we would traded Bay for Collins, I would have been so upset.
How long does Bay have left? Does he have 1 year left? Bay? I think 1 year.
After this year, it's another year.
Yeah. That's what I meent. Yep.
Yeah. So Bay is a nice pickup. We sent out a ton of seconds.
Dude, it's been the year of the seconds, they call it.
Yeah.
You know how like they always list the Chinese New Year. There's always like it's like the year of the bear or the year of the ox. Okay, this is the year of the second round picks. And like it's just crazy to me that there's been so many second round picks that have been released today. We're talking like at least 20 second round picks have probably been moved today.
I mean,
that's crazy.
Goodness. I mean, second round pick after second round pick after second round pick after second round pick. Oh man, I am very curious to see everyone's grades for the trade deadline. If something is not raced in by the end, my grade has to be incomplete for the Hawks. It has to be like a C. we got better with Bay. I'm not gonna say we got better with Bay. We added the wing.
Bobby Marks just tweeted why the trade deadline is not officially over, using a hypothetical for Toronto/LAC trade. By 3 p.m. on Eastern time, the Raptors and Clippers would be required. This is just a hypothetical. I don't think the Raptors and Clippers are necessarily on a deal. It just explains how it works past the deadline. Would be required to get on a conference call with the NBA legal department to confirm they agreed upon terms. Through this is still not an actual trade call. At this stage, the two teams would confirm that the Raptors are trading Van Vliet and Delano to whatever. This is just a hypothetical, right? It would determine that you're trading these assets to them, right? Once terms are agreed upon, they cannot be amended with the actual trade call until the actual trade call comes place. The NBA will schedule the actual trade call for later in the day, so it can take place after 3 p.m. So the trade deadline is not necessarily over yet, and there could be still some trades to be that are in the works that are being finalized, right? Just so everyone is aware that the deadline is not completely over yet.
Kitty is so bad. Kenny beat him. He said he's so disappointed in the Bulls. The Bulls did nothing today.
Yeah, I agree, man.
The Bulls did nothing today.
Well, what about Dom? Did you see Dom's recent post there? I agree. Bruno replacing Clint Capella. Let's just get it out. Just kidding.
And I don't even like Clint, Yo,
y'all should have moved off of Clint today, dog.
Or we could have just traded John Collins.
Or Bogey.
Or a Bogey.
But no, Bogey's going to be the starting shooting guard for years to come. Let's go, Bogey. Let's go. Bogey, man. His inefficient ass, dog. What the hell are you guys doing? Still no word officially on OG Anunoby. There was apparently a lot of teams interested in just nothing done yet, bro.
My biggest question about teams that did something, what are the Trailblazers doing?
To me, it makes the East a lot weaker. No Kyrie Irving in the Eastern Conference either. So just how much has that impacted these Eastern Conference teams like the Raptors to kind of say, listen, we're going to keep going for the playoffs, keep going for the play-in, as well as the Bulls too.
Yeah. I think that's a legitimate point, but I think even going in, if you look at Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, and Cleveland, I don't think that there was really anything that Toronto could have done at the deadline to put a team on the floor that was better than any of those four teams. In my mind, those four teams, not only this year but going forward, are solidly the top four teams in the East.
Y'all are. Time is running down, and then since y'all in the market for a center, it's a little tougher. You all could go and
How about for you, Q, with the Raptors, and then saying, like, we're going to stand back, even for the Bulls, saying that we're going to stay 10 toes down with the roster that we have.
Okay. Just one big. Well, the Pistons took y'all big and James Wiseman. I thought we were gonna get Wiseman, but Pistons took James Wiseman. Like I said, I'm content. I'm not happy. I'm content with Bay. I think it's crazy. Why would the Clippers trade Reggie Jackson for me? I still can't get over that. Like, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what King won. The Raptors, according to Adrian Wojnarowski, the Raptors never. Oh, my phone died. Great. Okay, back to the computer.
I got it here. The Raptors never turned down, or the Raptors never turned out to be sellers. Adding Spurs center Jakob Poeltl on the deadline day, they'll have to make some harder decisions in the offseason. But Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster tested and learned more about the value of several players. Okay, Raptors core is staying together. Hey, you know what though? Here's the thing, right? I'm not too upset with it. I'm not very happy with it, but I'm not too upset with it because at least we made a move for a true center, right? And with Kevin Durant out of the East now, I mean, we're not better than the Bucks, and we're not better than the Philadelphia 76ers, and we're not better than the Boston Celtics. You know what?
Why weren't the Hawks? I'm sorry. Why weren't the Hawks involved for picking Bones Highland?
Dude, why do you still have Bogey on your roster, dog?
Like what are we thinking?
Because you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna clog up minutes from a guy like Garrison Matthews. And he's gonna take he's gonna take up.
Why did we not go after Bones Highland? This would have been the perfect backup point guard. The perfect backup. He had able to score and pop off the bench.
Here's the one thing I will say. The Raptors team, it might not seem like we're anything special, right? I still think if we can probably turn the season around a little bit, because now that we have a true defender in the middle of the paint, Pascal Siakam's still going to play at his level, and these guys are still under contract, right? The only people that aren't under contract technically is Gary Trent Jr. and Fred VanVleet, who I think we can still do sign and trades with, because I think at least one of those two are RFAs. So that's great. You know what I mean? So, and Scotty Barnes, OG's still on the team. Okay, so he'll still be clamp lord. Okay, he'll still be looking for. He might want out at the end of the year, but the bottom line is he's going to play hard while he's here. You know, because that's one thing we can't say is the bottom line is Nick Nurse gets the best out of his players, right? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So if you had to grade the Hawks today, no bullshit analyst, what would you
grade? If I had to grade the Hawks for today?
Yeah, like what would you grade their overall draft day on? Like if on a scale of like let's just be honest. If I would have came into this and I told you that you're keeping Bogey and John Collins, what would the grade have been?
I wouldn't have been happy.
No, you wouldn't have.
So I agree with this. Mike is right. The bench is better.
Yep.
Adding Bay, adding depth with Garrison. I'm not a huge fan of Bruno Fernando. When he was in Atlanta, I was advocating for him to be gone. Literally, if I could get back a penny, I would have taken that to get Bruno out. Now, Garrison is an excellent depth piece. He's one of those guys that you need to come in the game, can be a heater. Sadiq Bey, he's a guy that I like.
You got rid of Justin Holiday.
Right. I'm happy with that. But Bey is a guy that if we were going to trade John Collins for him, I would have been highly upset right now. Highly upset.
Yeah.
But we got him for 5 seconds, so I'm okay with that. That's a lot, but that's okay. But hey,
yeah,
the Warriors has flipped that for Gary Payton.
It's true.
Which the Warriors have struggled on defense this year. So I think they needed Payton. Peyton didn't last long in Portland.
I give it a C. C to C minus because you still got Bogey on your roster and you still got JC, and these are two pieces that are not what you need. And you're stuck watching the same team basically that you've watched all year for the next 25 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Regardless,
except for one new guy, but
no, but I'm with you, but it's still the same core. You know what I mean? You're still watching the same core play basketball for the next 25 games.
Yeah, oh my goodness. This means, you know what this means, right?
Tell me.
This means Bogdanovich is at the backup point guard position. I am so upset right now. Why? Really? Bogdanovich is running our backup point guard position. Did we really address what we needed to address today? And the answer, we added a small amount of depth. We added one player that I like, and Garrison Matthews a lot. I think Bruno coming in the game instead of Frank is a lot better, but I'm not a huge fan of Bruno. Listen, we needed a shakeup in this starting lineup.
Garrison Matthews.
We needed a shakeup in the starting lineup. No, Lou, Aaron doesn't play anymore. You know, he's Nate's guy, but I listen. Because it's going to have to be Bogdanovich, AJ Griffin, Sadiq Bey, Jalen Johnson, and Okongwu. I just thought about something. The Wizards didn't do anything today.
Nope.
Oh, and Tommy Shepard thinks that his team is good. I absolutely asinine. Point. I was trying to achieve a couple things. Look at the guys who were available for what they were available for. Bones Highland could have helped. Okay, he went for 2 second-round picks. Okay, we could have went out there and acquired. You know, we could have gotten involved in that 3-team deal with Houston, the Clippers, and got back John Wall. We could still get John Wall. Listen, we did not. Here's the thing: we didn't even acquire any picks today. I don't think we acquired any picks today. We sent out picks. I just listen, but I'm pleased with the Sadiq Bey pickup. I'm just not. I'm not blown away, right? I'm not saying wow, we just got way better. I'm like, okay.
So are you in a similar area than me? Like, are you in a similar area to me? I give him a C. C minus is what I gave him. I gave him a C minus because, I mean, I know there's going to be Hawks fans out there that are going to be like, this is a D. I don't see anybody doing much higher than a C, but you know, because that's starting.
Well, I think people would grade us a lot higher because we didn't send out any players for Sadiq Bey.
Yeah,
and
no,
I looked at the way people value Bey, and
all backups. So everyone, yeah.
Like I said, I'm pleased.
So point disagrees with me.
I mean, point
disagrees with me. Yeah,
Point probably thinks we hit a home run, but you know, listen.
I'm looking at this. I don't like you guys kept JC and Bogey, man. I that's what I don't like.
Sadiq Bey is a nice piece. You know, he's a nice piece.
Yep, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. And I mean, analysts, like, I'm not here shitting on the team. I'm just saying the way it is. Like, he's giving it a B minus. A B minus.
Listen.
And I could get
John.
I'm not necessarily against keeping John Collins considering where his value was, right? Just saying if this team expects to be something special this year with this core, it's just not going to happen.
The multiple part plan has ended 17 minutes ago. Okay, if we wanted, listen, we should have been on the phone saying, what can Collins, Bogdanovich, and Bay get me? Okay. What can these guys get me? Can these guys get me a all-star level player or close to that? Throw in a first round pick. What can that get me? We got Bay. Like I said, I like Garrison Matthews a whole lot. I think those two additions are good. I'm not hooping and hollering and running through the screen for Bruno Fernando, especially since we sent out picks. But listen, I'm fine with a Bruno. I mean a Bay and Garrison Matthews. That was a lot of. I think like I said, I think we addressed depth, and just for us addressing depth, it's a C. It's a C minus. We addressed a little bit of depth. We didn't get impact players. I think you look around the league today. Since second round picks for the currency today. Point. Listen. So adding Sadiq Bey, does that make us close to a conference finals team?
No.
It doesn't. And I like Sadiq, but it's not. I'm more pleased that we kept players in that deal, and we just sent the 5 seconds.
Yeah, Rel, quickly on the Mavericks, I'm pretty happy that you guys kind of stood put, and the reason why is, I mean, when you make a blockbuster trade for Kyrie Irving, you don't want to mess the team up that much because you don't know what the team's going to be with what you got in place.
Well, I also think that you all should look at the buyout market. Look at the buyout market as far as centers goes. I would have been trying to acquire Andre Drummond today, but look at not even the buyout market. Look at the free agency. Go look at DeMarcus Cousins, Hassan Whiteside. Go look at a guy like that. I mean, y'all got Chris Silva over there, right? 2-time All-Star, So, but no, the Mavericks are set. Well, I shouldn't say set because I'm still looking at awful contract for Tans, trash can juice, cardio B. Theo Pinson is still a depth piece on the team, which is problematic. I think the team is a lot better though. Like Kyrie Irving changes everything for you guys, but Dwight Powell is the center, and
Dwight Powell.
No, but this is my point. If you thought anyone that got moved today was going to get you close to a conference final, but listen,
you had John Collins to move, dog.
Listen, I'm looking at
Bogey's
players. Well, first of all, I'm still puzzled. What they won't be, but why were we not on the phone with Calvin Booth and the Nuggets for Bones Highland? We need a backup guard badly.
Hopefully, you guys can make a run at Reggie Jackson.
And that's if he gets bought out, because you know how delusional the Hornets are. The Hornets probably think that they can make a finals run with Reggie Jackson now, and they're 12-35.
Well, there's a term on his contract, right? He's not a free agent, or is he a free agent?
He's an expiring contract.
All right. Well, then they should get rid of him.
I thought they were going to flip him by a trade deadline. Bones went for 2 seconds. That's what I'm not. And
Bones is a good player, man.
He plays hard. A really good player.
Yeah.
And even for 2 lousy seconds. It's the Clipper seconds. Lousy. I'm talking 58th and the 60th overall pick. Lousy seconds. We got it. Bones is a guy. We could have got Bones. We could have got Bay. We could have got these guys. And we should have been dangling that first round draft asset out there. What can that get you? If all these seconds are getting you these good players, what can first get you? I'm sure they've done it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and downplay people. But listen, we should have been out there active as ever, trying to move. And we come out with a report that we're keeping John Collins. Listen, I don't like keeping John Collins. I don't. But listen, it is what it is. Sadiq Bey is a really good ad. I will say that. Bay is a good ad.
You know what's
I love Garrison Matthews.
You know what's something fascinating to watch? Did the Warriors do enough?
No.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, I know they got Steph, and I know you're looking at
Warriors,
well,
the
they're
Warriors
consistent
are in
contenders.
trouble.
Yeah, like they should have
Warriors are
ran.
in
They
trouble.
should have went for an OG trade. It would have actually made sense for both sides, man.
The Warriors had one of the dumbest deadlines of this year's trade deadline. One of the dumbest. Why would you trade, Jordan? Listen to me.
I
A
know.
former number 2 overall pick for 5 seconds, and Kevin Knox. Then wait a minute, wait. Then you flip James Wiseman essentially for Gary Payton. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No, I got you. What I will say is James Wiseman hasn't been able to stay on the floor for any point in the last 4 years. Okay.
That's true.
3 years or so he's been struggling to stay on the floor. That's a problem. Okay.
You tell me you couldn't get a top 14 to 16 protected first?
No, I'm with you, man. I'm 100% with you.
Like, this is like that. But see, I'm not. I'll put it this way. I know they did not have value, but of all people, you did all that finagling for Gary Payton to get him back. That's not good. I mean, I think he'll help, but that's not good. Hopefully he didn't sell his house in Golden State. That's not good. Real sad. I'm glad they didn't get OG.
Yeah,
yes, we're out of 7 seconds. We're out of 7 seconds, and we didn't get Bones Highland.
No, you're out of 7 seconds. You got Sadiq Bey, and you got Garrison Matthews.
So, there you go.
C-.
There you go. Like I said, I like Bey individually. I don't like him for other play. I like Bey individually, but I love Garrison Matthews, but I'm not okay. I'll put it to you this way, and maybe point. Well, understand. I am not saying these moves were bad moves.
No, they just don't move the needle.
But they just don't move the needle. I feel like we should have traded for Bones Highland. He went for 2 second-round picks. Two. And this dude can easily give you 20 to 25 off the bench. We had 14 second-round picks entering today. You tell me we couldn't move 2 for Bones Highland? But Dominique, I got you, bro. But guess what? Bones Highland has no say. No say. This is not the JaVale McGee in free agency where the Mavs promised him a starting position. We could have gotten him. He had no say. This dude doesn't have a no trade clause. We could have gotten him and said, you're coming off the bench. You're the 6-man for us. We had 14 second-round picks. Thank you, Travis, for giving us the assets. 14 second-round picks. And we turned them into Sadiq Bey and Garrison Matthews. I'm fine with that. But we passed up on Bones Highland. Okay.
And more. Because you imagine.
Wait a minute, Jordan. It was consistent across the board. Eric Gordon's going for a first-round pick. They got back 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Bogdanovich. We could have gotten back Reggie Jackson and something else for Bogdanovich. We didn't do it. We're going to have Bogdanovich running the backup point guard position. This is very, very bad. Very, very bad. And if you're saying, analysts, why are you freaking out? Because the rotation is going to be Bogdanovich, AJ, Sadiq, JJ, Onyeka. And let me tell you, JJ can ball handle, but if we're projecting on him to be the backup point forward for the rest of the season, God bless you. God bless you. We needed to address the backup point guard position. All this did was stick it in a way where Bogdanovich is guaranteed to be the backup point guard. No, I do not.
Do you trust? Well, hold up. Do you trust Nate? Do you trust Nate to get the best out of Sadiq Bey? It don't matter. The point's mute. Okay, yeah. It's a C-. This team did not get enough of proven assets to move the needle for this team. Okay, and here's the worst part, analyst. This coming draft, you have your pick. I get that. Next year, do you got your pick?
Yeah.
You know, where's this team going? What is this team doing, man?
Easily. I'm not saying maybe you just came in, right? I never said Sadiq Bey was a bad pickup. I said it's not enough. If you look at the currency in the market today, It was second round pick after second round pick after second round pick after second round pick. We had 14 second round picks coming into today. We used 7 of them on Sadiq Bey and Garrison Matthews. All I said was, why did we not go after a guy like Bones Highland who went for 2, and we needed a backup guard? We needed a spark. If we're going to make a run this year like we did the conference finals year, we remember that year we got Lou Williams, who was the spark. We needed Bones Highland. He was available for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 second round lousy seconds. The Clippers seconds. Okay. Eric Gordon went for 2 seconds. I mean, seconds were just flying out like they were the new first round picks today. I mean, I listen. I feel like today, I want to make sure everyone hears this because I guess I'm just a grumpy Hawks fan. We got better today. Okay, we got better. But if we're talking about need, we needed a backup point guard. We needed that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know, we also needed a center. Backup, Lou, we need a backup point guard. Come on. Bogey cannot run backup. I've seen Bogey turn the ball over multiple times, okay? He cannot run backup point guard. My thought process is JJ is going to be there. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with JJ being the point forward. I think he's a great passer. But we've got Garrison Matthews. We got Sadiq Bey. These guys going to be creating for themselves? Who's creating for them? You know, there's a lot of questions you got to ask. The buyout market is there. Free agents is there. We all will never be satisfied, but we are passionate fans. Absolutely. We were all going to win a championship.
Mm-hmm. And
point.
I don't think. Hold on. Let me speak
maybe
on
you
this.
could.
I don't really think it's underestimating the need for a backup position on the team, right? And
Luke,
depth on the team.
BJ is a starting player. Go ahead.
Right. I don't think it's about us undervaluing, right, what the wing depth is like in terms of like how important it is for this team, right, and how needed it was. I get that, right. The issue is the starting lineup has had issues with cohesiveness the entire year. Okay, you got Bogey, who has played horrible, and you got JC, who has been soft defensively, to say the least, and offensively, right, has not been the same player. And that's not necessarily completely his fault in terms of him not being as good productive-wise, because the positions he's been put in is horrible. But the bottom line is the starting lineup has issues, and those were not amended. Those people play a whole lot more minutes and time on the court and floor than that depth that is on the team. So it's not that we're not valuing the importance of wing depth.
And
okay, there's issues with the starting lineup.
I've got to watch one of the bench players on a heater going for almost 20, and I've got to watch Nate put John Collins back in the game, and we lose the game.
Yeah,
you know.
You know who also was?
Listen,
you know who else was really quiet today?
Who?
The Miami Heat did nothing today.
I think their big move is going after Russ. I think they're going to go after Russ. Now, I'm all for Nate getting fired. We need him fired. We should have traded Nate for a second round pick today. But if y'all are telling me that we don't need a backup point guard, something's wrong. If you think Bogdanovich, so you asked me, point. We said Bogey and Dre's gonna miss time. Oh, listen. Maybe we're not understanding. Maybe it's not coming through the airways clearly. I said Sadiq Bey is a good pickup. I said we got better. But why is Bogdanovich running the backup point guard position? He cannot. And if you're telling me we got Aaron Holiday, is Aaron Holiday playing over AJ Griffin? Is Aaron Holiday playing over Bogdanovich? Is Aaron Holiday playing under Sadiq Bey? Is Aaron Holiday playing over Jalen Johnson? Is Aaron Holiday playing over Onyeka? No, he's not. We're running a shooting guard that needs to stand in the corner at backup point guard. That is a problem. So I'm saying a Bones Highland would have given us insurance there. I'm glad we got insurance at the wing position. I'm super glad we got Bay. I'm super glad we got Garrison Matthews. I'm super high on Garrison Matthews. I've been saying this the whole show, right? Listen, Beasley, he's going to stick him in the corner and make him shoot threes the whole time. I'm not like, I'm telling you.
Here's the thing I will say, guys.
But listen,
I love Saddiq Bey.
I'm not denying that we got better. I'm saying we have holes remaining that are going to play a huge because here's the thing. Getting Saddiq Bey, all good. But you didn't trade Bogdanović today. This locks up the rotation. It is a lock. Bogdanović is the backup point guard. He's the new backup point guard for the Atlanta Hawks because AJ Griffin is there. Saddiq Bey is there. Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu. Okay? What I'm saying is that I am not okay with having Bogdanović as the backup point guard. Listen, the Raptors, they got I tell you what though, right? They actually got a better player. I got to keep it 100. They got a better player.
We got a top 15 center, man.
They got a better player.
What are we supposed to do?
They got a better player.
We had a position of need filled in our starting lineup.
They've needed a center for a long time. They got that. And
I wouldn't give the Raptors over a C+.
There you go.
I wouldn't give the Raptors over a C+, but we got a position of need filled. We got a starting
and Beasley, I agree. Why is Nate still here? If Nate wasn't I'm fine. Why is Nate still here?
Bro, let me ask you this.
I'm just saying, man.
No, dude. As a Raptors fan, I'll tell you the starting lineup has been an issue. We can't defend this year, and that comes with
they've needed a center for 3 years.
And yes, is our backup position is great, but here's the thing. Here's what you got to think about, right? This is an important thing with the Raptors. When you fill a starting position, hold on, point. When you fill a starting position, one of those starters goes to where? They go to the bench. And who is that going to be? Probably Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent Jr. off the bench is actually awesome for us. That also opens up, you know what I mean? No, dude. Scotty Barnes has been playing. You obviously have not been watching the Toronto Raptors. You obviously have not been, bro. Because Scotty Barnes has been playing as good as we allow him to. He's the fourth option on our team. What do you expect him to do on a night-to-night basis other than 15-7 or 15-8-6? I mean, it don't get much better than that, dog. Seriously, what do you expect? I was gonna say
Toronto got better. They got better. They added Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, here's my point. If you're gonna keep texting, that's fine. I'll keep chopping it up. Bottom line is, if you have something to say, pop in because then we'll really get it out. But the bottom line is, bro. Yeah, he's not a 3-point shooter. 45 from the field isn't horrible when you're getting the fourth option looks.
But listen.
What the hell are you on about, dog? What the shit, dude?
Bro says you wanted Trent Jr.
This shit's boggling to me.
I like Trent Jr. a lot.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, guys. And the thing is, analysts, right? What people aren't understanding here is when you fill a new starting position, one of those starters goes to the bench. Okay, Gary Trent Jr. provides a lot off the bench for this team. You know what I mean? He does a lot for this team off the bench, and you still got Chris.
So you all are gonna start Fred, OG, Pascal, Scotty, and Yaka?
That'd be my guess. Yeah. Defensively, we're a lot better, and
no shooting, but that's okay, you know.
Well, Fred's there. OG shooting almost I think he's at like 36, right? Pascal's been knocking him down. It's not like this team can't shoot. Right, it's just that we're definitely on the lower echelons of the league. But Gary Trent off the bench is great, you know. I think you got to look at that for what it is, and that's an important piece to add. You know, Jakob Poeltl brings a lot to that center role defensively. He fixes a lot of the issues defensively we've had, and the other thing is we haven't been rebounding the ball very well. Point is such a hater, dog. Bro, you don't think I'm disappointed with the Raptors too? How analysts will be the first to tell you how pissed off I've been with this team, dog. Fred's actually been doing good recently, though. If you look at his numbers the last 10 games, he's been doing great.
Damon gave us a D for the day. Hey. Thank you, Beasley. Thank you, Beasley. I mean, just
yeah. No, I'm with you. Hey, let me ask you, analyst. Scale of 1 to 10 being disappointed, okay, like pissed off, right? If next year Nate is still the head coach of this ball club.
Oh my gosh.
And would it surprise you? Wouldn't surprise me with this front office.
He's
dog.
not right. So wait, point. You said that he's riding the guys off a cliff, but then you said that Toronto had no depth. So whose fault is it really? Is it Masai's fault or is it Nick Nurse's fault?
Dude, the other thing is you gotta see where the expectations are for this team.
Hey, Dominique. Hey, I agree for right now. I agree for right now. You know, DeAndre Hunt. But listen, like I said, the Bay pickup. I like maybe, like I said, the airways aren't probably working properly.
No, I don't got a YouTube channel, bro.
Like I said, the airways probably not working properly. I mean, with the mic a little bit closer. I like the Bay pickup, but I am saying I am not comfortable with Bogdan Bogdanovic as our backup point guard. Just saying.
Yeah, I just like it's not Nurse's fault. The one thing I'll say about the Raptors, dude, which I think there's some people that gotta understand this shit, man, is the Raptors literally 2 seasons ago were one of the worst teams in the NBA. We got a number 4 overall pick for a reason, y'all. Like, the bottom line is we ain't all that in a bag of chips, dog. We overperformed last year because we have a good coach. Nick Nurse ain't the issue because we have talent on the roster, but beyond that, we have a good coach, you know? And, I mean...
And then let's just keep it a buck also.
Yeah.
The East got better.
Fucking right it did, man. The whole NBA did. Look at the lineup from top to bottom, dog. Like everyone in the NBA, like in the Western Conference, I think it's like 5 games separates number 6 to 13.
Hot take.
Yes, you know what, Beasley, I do agree with that to a certain degree, right? The issue is we don't have a true point guard on this roster right now, and I agree with that. With that said, we got a couple guys in development. It's just going to take time, you know, and I mean, I'm in a different position to a lot of Hawks fans because a lot of people want to win now if you're the Hawks, right? I get that. I've already won. I feel like very happy with the way my team's done in the past decade, right? I'm okay with being patient. And we got guys like Delano Banton and Malachi who can do something.
Guess what? Y'all got something
that we did.
Don't have. Y'all can point back to a banner, right?
Yeah.
That says 2000. I don't know what year it was. Y'all can point to a banner that says champions. Y'all got a ring. We don't have that. The last time we won a ring was in St. Louis in 1958. That's all I'm saying.
No, I got you. Point. That's the one. There is one. Go to the next message. No, you know what? No, okay, that message there.
That is one point I will agree with you.
That is the only point I will give you. It's not Nurse. I'm skipping that. It's the fact that we didn't have a lot of players, a lot of our good quality role players. We take time to develop our players, and look where it gets us. Okay, we have great development players, like good developmental players that have been grown in-house on our roster, right? The thing is, we don't throw players out into the fire. I was telling analysts this the other day, right? We have a great 905 like a G League team that take a lot of our good prospects, so we give them time to progress into the players they can be, and we maximize their potential. Nobody had Pascal Siakam being an All-NBA player, and the reason he got there is because we gave him time to develop into the role he needed to be in. Right. The bottom line is that's why we don't have depth on the roster. Right. Beyond that, yes, we should sign some more free agents. I agree with that. But the other thing that's beriddled this team is injuries. Okay. Fred was injured for a great part of the year. Otto Porter out for the year. He was our big free agent signing, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit happens. And yes, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. The only thing I agree with you is that the amount of minutes that Fred VanVleet's playing and Scotty Barnes is playing, it's not sustainable. I'm with you 100% on that. and we do need to get better in the depth department. I agree with you, but it's not to say we don't have it on the roster. It's to say that we're not playing them, and that's not necessarily Nick Nurse's fault. It could be Masai and Bobby Webster saying, hey, we want to develop these guys slowly because look what happens when we do. And I get that because we got talent out of these guys when a lot of people didn't see the value. OG Anunoby, nobody saw him going for 3 first, and we got offered that. We just need we see an opening here apparently where Masai says, okay, we can make a run at this thing with Jakob Poeltl. And
I disagree with that. I would have taken the 3 first.
I agree. Well, that was from the Knicks, and it wasn't Knicks unprotected. It was multiple just like whatever picks that had protections. So I get why you wouldn't get rid of them.
Kenny is so mad for the Bulls. They didn't make a single. The Bull, wow.
I'm shocked the Bulls didn't do
the
nothing.
The Bulls really didn't do anything. They're 26-20. Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad. They're so bad.
Point. He's not on record for saying he's unhappy in Toronto, and he's not on record for saying he's unhappy with the contention of our team.
Well, I don't think he's happy in Toronto.
He's not happy because he has a small role on our team because we have too many players that are good. Not great players. We have too many good players. That's the issue.
And
that's facts. That's why Scotty Barnes is the 4th option on the team, dog.
Yeah.
That's why.
And Rel, I never thought he was going to listen. The Knicks never get anything done. I'm not gonna go to politics, but they're just like a certain political party with the Blue D. They talk, the Knicks talk, but they don't get anything done. Okay, and they put out smoke screen. Wait a minute, just classic Knicks, right? Off season, right? This is the Knicks trade to lose. They let Cleveland backdoor and get Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
Then they let Kyrie. I mean, this is just something.
Well, dude, the one thing I will say, and whether you agree with it or not,
I guarantee you, they probably said Emmanuel Quickly was untouchable in trade talks for Zach LaVine. Yeah. They never get anything done.
What I will say though is, dude, I will say this. I'm quite happy that the Knicks didn't get him because
I am too.
And it's not because I'm worried about contention. I just don't think that he would have been a good move for them, you know. And I don't think it would have made sense. I think Zach LaVine would have done worse for the Knicks than better. That he would have done more negative, impact, than he would do on a higher impacting play for the Knicks. Like their team is not built around another shooting guard. It's just not it, Jalen Brunson, he's playing point, but he's more suited as a 2, with the way he was playing in Dallas, right? He was not the main ball handler. It was Luka, right? I would have liked them going after a true point guard, preferably than Zach LaVine, man. So I'm kind of glad they didn't land Zach LaVine. I just don't think it makes sense for the team. I don't think so.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, I want to touch real quick. And Real, I want your thoughts on Kevin Durant, right? I want your thoughts on Kevin Durant. Yes, I would have loved for us to pick up Wiseman in that deal, but it's okay. We got that. Now, Kevin Durant. Let me say this. I got to give major props to Matt Ishbia, their new owner. He is aggressive. He is going to go out as one of the best owners in the NBA. 10 hours into the job, he lands Kevin Durant. 4 unprotected picks: Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and a pick swap. Let me tell you, if I was the Hawks, I would have been tooth and nail. I would have offered John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, 3 first-round picks, 2 pick swaps. I would have been on the phone trying to get it done. Now, is that offer better than the Suns? Absolutely not. But I would have been trying to get something done for a Kevin Durant, because you added Kevin Durant to this team. That's when you're talking about we're a title contender. Now, before y'all say, well, that offer can't even compete with the Suns offer. The 2 out of those 3 players, the Nets have been rumored to covet. John Collins, they covet. DeAndre Hunter, they were coveting back in the summer. I would have been like, here, DeAndre Hunter, piece that y'all can develop, piece that's kind of established, a lot of potential. John Collins, Jalen Johnson, a big wing that can dribble, pass, and shoot. Super athletic, a lot of potential, right? You know, because think about it like this: DeAndre Hunter would be the Mikal Bridges, you know, type. Is John Collins better than Cameron Johnson? I don't know. That's up to them. But then Jalen Johnson over Jalen Johnson, I would have taken Jalen Johnson over Jay Crowder. So guess what? That you could have came very, very close.
Well, I don't know, because they got 5 second-round picks for Jay Crowder today too.
Right, but Jalen Johnson, he's a young prospect with 3 years
on his
deal, and I
would have been close.
I would have been offering you 23 unprotected, 29 unprotected, a Kings pick that is very valuable, that is going to convey, by the way, is going to convey. Yeah. And I would have offered you 2 pick swaps, 2 pick whatever one, 2 picks. I would have threw every second round pick. That is a all-in move. This is what me, the monitor, this guy's been talking about. We want superstar moves. That's what you got to do. Real Son gave up too much for 34, going on 35-year-old injury-prone player that to win that move, but
no,
in the future.
I disagree. I've agreed with most. I've agreed with most of your stuff there, my guy. The one thing I will say is Kevin Durant. You know, he's a top 5 player. Yeah, he is. He is a top 5, and he's been the one consistent thing that the Nets have had this last little bit. You know what I mean? The one person who turns up for the Nets. And you know what? And before anybody, I've heard a couple of people say that he's drama heavy. No, the people that were drama heavy, and the reason that team was drama heavy, were the people around that man. You know what I mean? People that were causing those issues. Kevin Durant showed up in the playoffs every single game, man. He tried. You know what I mean? He was there every game. You know what I mean? And the bottom line is, man, when James Harden and Kyrie Irving are causing all this shit to go on, and causing the depth of that team to be a little limited, and it's because of their salaries, right? Kevin Durant was not the issue on that team. It was the surrounding cast. So, you know, yeah, he will fit well with the Suns. He's going to fit a need that he's efficient. You know what I mean? He's exactly what they needed over there in Phoenix, man, for sure. You know, and I can't highlight text like analysts can, but what I will say is I don't disagree that you should consider starting Bay over Collins. He might be a little undersized for the 4, but no, I think the shooting is there, and I think that he definitely has an element to his defense, and he's a little bit stronger on his feet. So
who are we talking about?
Well, Philip says that they should start Bay over John Collins, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. But I just think he's undersized for the 4.
Point real quick. I agree. Hey, listen, KD fits well. Headaches, though. I mean, listen, I'm getting a top 5 player.
Yeah, you deal with that shit.
That Beasley. I can't agree with you on that, brother.
No,
I cannot agree with you on that.
Bro, Kyrie fucked it up, bro. Kyrie and James Harden were the reason that whole ship sailed. And at the end of the day, you got to look at what Sean Marks got in return in this horrible situation. They got like a heavy amount of draft capital back. And I mean, at the bottom line is you kind of retool yourself now with a bunch of these pieces. I'm very surprised.
If you're Sean Marks, you're telling me you're not going after Kyrie Irving coming from Boston now.
Yeah, they did
Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, you're not signing him, and then you're not trading for not this James Harden, Houston MVP James Harden. You're not trading for him. MVP Houston James Harden.
Now, Rel, can you highlight Rel's for a second? I do agree with that, and I will say this: the defense is kind of worrisome for me in Phoenix because and I told analysts that right away when I saw this trade, I was kind of worried about that because Mikal Bridges is a dog defensively, dude. And I was like, they're gonna miss his hustle up and down the court because though KD is a good defender, you're not gonna see KD hustle from one side of the court to the other to stop a play. That's just not what's gonna happen, right? So it's interesting, and I just think the offensive
got Shams. The Charlotte Hornets and guard Reggie Jackson are likely to agree to a contract buyout.
nice.
Hawks, go.
Reggie's gonna be wanted, bro.
Go
Reggie's gonna be wanted.
Go get him.
I love the
now.
Raptors to get him too. I doubt the Raptors make a move for him, but I would love Reggie Jackson in Toronto. I think he's such an underrated player, dude. So underrated.
Go get him now.
The Atlanta needs a backup point guard, and they need to get rid of Bogey's ass. Philip, I don't know how much was Travis Slank's fault, dude. Like if you the ownership has been what's messing this team up, dude.
No, and I hate to say it, it may hurt some people's feelings, but that's it. Anyone that's blaming Travis Schlenk is just insane. You can't blame him. By the way, if it weren't for Travis Schlenk, none of these moves would have happened today. He accumulated the draft capital that we had. But Travis got canned. He tried to move John Collins for multiple stars, right? We could have had Sabonis, Simons. We had opportunities all over the place.
It's a shame.
All over the place. You know. Let's see.
The Toronto Raptors wanted Terrence Mann in a deal for Fred VanVleet, but the Clippers refused. Okay, so maybe that was the reason Fred didn't get moved.
Terrence Mann was holding him back? That's interesting.
Yeah, for Fred VanVleet. And apparently the Raptors wanted Jonathan Kuminga, others, and picks for OG Anunoby.
Anyways, Reggie Jackson, I like him a lot. That's gonna be. I can't remember all the deals to know who won the trade deadline.
You don't know who won the trade deadline?
Well, I mean, Kevin Durant.
Suns. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, Kevin Durant, like, you know, but. Aside from the Suns, well, no moves were made last year because of ownership. Terrence Mann, I'm thinking if Masai wanted Terrence, I mean, it depends on what other stuff was involved.
Yeah, it was for Fred, so it probably wouldn't have been that crazy, but
it would probably. Do you think you would have got Norman Powell back?
I don't think it was more about draft capital probably, but I think Terrence Mann, right? He here's the thing, guys, that he's the kind of guy that comes to the Raptors and he's OG Anunoby in 2 years. That's what it is. That's the issue, right? Nobody wants to give us those wings because they know what we're going to do with it. It's like me. Nobody wants to make chicken wings when I come over because I'm going to eat the wings, right? Nobody wants to give the Raptors the wings because we go on to turn them into OG Anunoby, right? So that's the problem. We got an issue with that. We're almost too good at development. What are we supposed to do? And I genuinely believe the issue with the Raptors is that we have too many good players. We don't have enough great players or great talent. We have good players on the roster that are valuable, but they just when they're all working together, not enough of them plays with the ball. You know what I mean? And that's the issue. That's why Scotty Barnes' numbers are 16 points. He's been playing great recently. We've been putting the ball in his hands a little bit more, and that's what we need to do. He's unstoppable in the post. You know what I mean?
Okay. The Raptors wanted Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody and pick for OG.
I called it. Yep, that's what I was told.
And the Warriors were unwilling.
Yeah, I called that. That's what I figured. And I don't blame them for being unwilling to do that. But what I will say is your team is not winning the championship this year. Sorry, Warriors fans. And you could have legitimately, probably made a serious push or an incredible increase with your defensive impact by signing a guy like OG Anunoby.
Right.
And when you got Steph Curry in his prime and you got Klay Thompson, who probably doesn't have a super long time left in the league, at least the clip he's been playing, right? Why wouldn't you take a stab at that? And I genuinely see the value for both sides. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah. Even if it's 2 firsts, Kuminga and Moody, it makes sense to me for both sides.
Hey, Real. I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to answer the phone call real quick. Mavs, Suns in the series. Whole roster considered. Who's winning the series? Well, 1 second.
I'm waiting for Raul's response here. Philip, we actually agreed earlier that we think the moves that the Hawks made were actually solid moves. You know what I mean? They fit a need for the team. We needed a backup. We needed a backup wing. You know what I mean? And Garrison Matthews adds shooting to the team, which they've struggled with this season. We agreed on all of that. We just when you look at an NBA team, the first thing you think about is their starting five, right? And we've just seen a lot of inconsistencies with the starting five, and that's what made us a little confused. I'll give him credit. I love the Sadiq Bey pickup. I think Garrison Matthews is good for this team. I just think when you look at the overall, totality of it, right, and you still got these guys, John Collins and Bogey, who are going to play significant minutes for this team, who have been struggling significantly this year. That is why we're struggling with giving them a significant amount of credit. But ultimately, the moves for Sadiq Bey, Garrison Matthews, it made a lot of sense. So, they deserve some credit for those things because they had the seconds to move and get those players. So it wasn't necessarily like it was a bad trade. I will say I'm a little upset they got rid of Kaminsky. They didn't play him enough. I think when he was playing, the minutes that he did play, he actually played all right. Analysts kind of disagrees with me on that, and I know he don't move the needle or nothing, but I just think he was a lot better than people gave him credit for. When he was out there, he tried and he played hard. So, yeah, but Devin Booker's unaccounted for. I get Kyrie, right? If Kyrie's turning up, it's a tougher series. But wow, Raul's got Dallas, and you know what? I respect that, my guy. I respect that. I love the pickup for you guys. I think it's a good team, but I think the overall depth of that that team in Phoenix, man, with Ayton at the 5 is going to be so underrated. He's the one guy that's going to be neglected over there, and nobody's going to think about what Ayton can do, and then he's going to turn up. He's a consistent 15 and 10 guy every single night. And that's with Devin Booker, and that's with these guys. So I don't really think that's going to change very much. He is very underrated, in my opinion. Especially in the playoffs. He can make big plays in the playoffs. We've seen it. He's been working on that mid-range jumper. It's looking pure, but he won't even have to do that now that you got KD. So it's literally this team's so super versatile. Oh, and I agree. Luka's a one-man wrecking crew, bro. You'll never find a Luka hyper more than me, especially in the Hawks channel. So, but I'm with you, my guy. I love Luka Doncic. I think he's special. He's different, right? KD is the same. KD is different, right? And if he's healthy, there's nothing that Phoenix team can't do. The shooting's ridiculous. The shooting's gross on that team. Even Chris Paul, when he's open, will knock it down. He's been pretty efficient as of late. He's having an off year, obviously, but he's not like shooting poorly, especially recently, right? That team is absolutely ridiculous, and even Torrey Craig can knock it down, right? So all 1 through 4 can really shoot well, and then to a certain degree, Ayton's been able to knock it down. He's by no means considered a stretch big, but he's been working on that shooting form for sure, and it's showing on his stats. So that Phoenix team just 1 through 5 is absolutely gross. You still got Campaign, right? They traded Dario Saric today for Baisley, so they got Baisley on the team now, another decent shooting 4 position, and maybe Baisley starts. Maybe Baisley starts over a guy like Torrey Craig. I don't know, but interesting. Damon there it is. The link's coming in. There we go. Link is dropped, my guy. I think Damon's going to be popping on. There he is. How'd it do?
What's up, homie?
Not much, my guy. What do you take on the? Okay, so me and analysts were talking. We were doing grades for the deadline. Now we had a couple people disagree with us, but I think me and analysts were actually in agreement here. We both said a C- for the Hawks and what they did today. Do you disagree with that? Do you think they did better than that? Worse than that? Oh, he might be struggling.
His internet probably something.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll probably be popping back on in a minute.
Look at Beasley. He said, I can't wait to play 2K when I get off work.
Yeah, that's it.
That's going to be interesting. Sadiq Bey and Garrett. I'm super excited about Garrett Matthews. That was actually a target. That was a target of mine.
Yeah.
That was a target of mine. Oh, signing of the deadline for the Washington Wizards. Okay. They're signing Quentin Jackson.
Let's go, Wizards. Playoff down, baby. Playoff down.
The Wizards are heading to the finals. They're heading to the finals. They just signed Quentin Johnson, whatever that name is. What a sad organization. What's up, Damon?
What's up, y'all? My bad, man. I'm out here on my
lunch.
No, I already had lunch, but we get 15-minute breaks. So I'm actually in training. So
okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you heard what I was saying. I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but me and analysts, based on what they did, we gave them a C- today, dog. Do you agree with that? Disagree with that? What are your thoughts?
I think I put it in the Twitter chat. Yeah. I gave us a D.
Okay. Yeah.
So that shit is everything we did today was mid.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It didn't. Let me tell you like this, man. You know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck. Mm-hmm. I think we probably would have did better just by not making no moves and just firing Nate McMillan. Because I mean, look at so I'm in the chat, I'm in these groups, and I'm talking, and people's like my boy Mike, he talking about we got depth. What good is depth when Nate only play 9 guys? So what good is having the depth? That's number one. Number two, bro, we traded for dudes we already had. We already had Bruno. We already had what's the white kid named Garrison? What?
I don't think we ever had him.
Yeah, we did. His name was Kevin Herter.
Yeah.
That's what I mean when I say we traded for the same players we already had.
That's hilarious.
That's what I mean when I say that. That's why I was like, Garrison, what this dude do? When I saw what he did, I was like, Kevin Herter did that, but we traded him. So basically what we did was go back, and I guess I could give them credit for saying righting their wrongs, I guess, because it was we definitely need the shooting of the Garrett. But check it out now. With Sadiq Bey, somebody tell me this. Where the minutes gonna come from for this guy?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. That's what I was saying to analysts today. And
has anybody now I know in the Twitter group that I'm in with analysts, I don't think nobody addressed that yet. Analysts, I don't know if we addressed that in the group, but so we know Collins, let me tell you something. John Collins make too much money not to get 20 minutes a night at a minimum. Okay. Yeah. You're paying Dre Hunter $100 million. He gonna get 20-some minutes a night. So
why is Bogey still on this team, Damon? Why is Bogey still on this team?
Because he got a player option at $18 million. That's why he's still here. That's why if he was an expiring, he would have been gone, bro. He would have been gone. Okay. If the reason you can't trade, I don't know why the people acting so shocked. We can't move Collins. You can't move him because his production don't match his paycheck.
Yeah. And he's on for 4 more years.
That's why I don't understand why Nate McMillan is not featuring him and putting him in positions to be better. So guess what? Now you try to move John Collins. Now he averaging 17 to 18. That look a whole lot better than 13 and 7 or 13 and 8, whatever he giving us right now. So in my opinion, we didn't do nothing. We a 500 ball club making 500 ball club moves.
They better win the game tonight.
And when I get home, analysts might beat me to it. I bet you money. We saved some money. I bet you we probably lowered the tax. We did something to save money because that's all we do. That's the number one priority. We're gonna save some money somewhere. Then, people getting hyped up about Bay, but bro, now look. Next year you gotta sign him, re-sign him.
Yeah.
And I think you got to re-sign him this summer, if I'm not mistaken. And you still got to re-sign DeJounte Murray next year.
Yeah, that's true.
What are we doing? What are we doing? We trading for dudes we already had. You could have just kept Kevin Herter, dummy, yeah. Landry, you idiot. You could have kept him. Mm-hmm. Like, this makes no sense. I'm looking for moves. I'm looking for moves that's gonna make us instantly better. Something that's gonna make me say, you know what? We might make a run. You know what this tells me right here?
We're done for the year.
Yeah.
And I'm with you.
Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna finish. I got
no, dude, you're good, my guy. You're good. And I don't disagree with anything you said there. And like, I think that was kind of the general rotation of what me and analysts were saying here. Is like it's not like necessarily the moves they made were bad moves. It was just like they're going to be non-impactful because he never makes time for these guys off the bench. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a consistent, like, he'd rather play Bogey, than any small wing that you had on the bench anyway. So what the hell does it matter?
Just what I was somebody asked Landry this. What direction are we heading in? Because I don't know.
Well,
what direction? Because you know what, man? Sometimes I be like, you know what? Scrap what we got going on now. And when I say scrap, I don't mean trade Trae Young or Murray. What I mean is, instead of trading for Sadiq Bey, why as a general manager, why you just don't go to Nate McMillan and say, hey, I need these minutes to increase for Jalen Johnson and AJ Griffin? Because maybe because that's what I was thinking. I was like, we don't really got no assets because Landry and they traded all our shit away for DeJounte. How can we get better? I know. Maybe if we increase the minutes of Jalen Johnson and AJ, maybe we find something there. You got something cooking with AJ Griffin right now.
And he's going to get less minutes. He's going to get less minutes. Yeah, he's going to get less minutes.
No one's discussing this. Jalen Johnson going to get less minutes.
Yeah, and everyone's crying for them. Everyone's crying for them to get more playing time. But by bringing in Bey, right? By keeping Bogey, and I get it's hard to trade him. But even if you had to move 2 seconds with the deal to get rid of his contract and to free up time on the floor, it would make sense. But no, they decide to keep Bogey. They keep these pieces in place, as well as add people who you're supposed to make it like fit into this rotation. And it's going to be, and like, that's the other thing. And I get it's hard to move John Collins and the value wasn't there, right? But what these people in the chat weren't getting when I was, saying, that it's a C-, and some people are saying it's at least a B. I'm like, no, dog, because you have issues with his starting lineup. You know what I mean? And nothing was amended. And you got Bogey and rotational, and time is just not there for some of these players.
All it is, man, we're just trying to save money, bro.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
We're trying to save money. We're not trying to win. We're not trying to win.
Hey, Damon, you already heard what I said. I said last night when I would have heard that Kevin Durant was heading to the Suns, I would have called Brooklyn. I don't care if it's close or not. I would have called Brooklyn. I would have said, I'm giving you John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, 3 first-round picks and 2 pick swaps. That's what I would have been on the phone saying. And if they would have turned it down,
you know what?
Fine.
And you know what, analyst? As a longtime fan, I can agree with a move like that. Because you know what? I'd rather for us to fail, but I can sit here as a fan and say, you know what? We went all in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But just to keep making these mid-level moves, that's all we do. Oh, Sadiq Bey. I can't get excited over that. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm not saying he's not a good piece. But what the hell was Landry Fields and them thinking, hey, let's go get Sadiq Bey. He'll be real good. But at the expense of who? Now you gonna stunt the development and growth of an AJ. Now he's gonna get less minutes, and guess what we're gonna hear? Now you're gonna hear fans. How come AJ not getting? How come Jay? Because you got to play. You're playing Sadiq Bey. See, it'd be different if they said, "Why they ain't playing? Because we got Kevin Durant. That's why they ain't playing."
What was your reaction to that, Damon?
For the Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
It just shows you, man, that one. I had a bunch of different reactions, man. One was,
come on, that was that owner's. He was on the job for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
10 hours.
It just shows you. It shows you who is trying to win and who isn't. You got to take risk to win championships, especially as the Atlanta Hawks. Free agents not gonna come here on their own. We know this. Why not gamble? Why not? For Kevin Durant, bro, if they tell me, hey, man, I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, I had to throw in AJ Griffin, bro, I'd have did it. Because guess what?
Yeah.
One championship, bro. You win one championship in Atlanta, that shit will stand forever.
Yep.
Just a finals trip. Forever. And so sometimes you got to give up young talent to go get those MVP, all NBA level type players. But what we did now, bro, we just mid-level move. I give him a D because we just traded for the same players we already had. I don't even know why people got excited about that. Oh, look who we got. I was like, bro, we already had him. You could have kept Kevin Huerter. At least Kevin Huerter was proven. He showed up at big moments. He's proven. You could have kept him. But no, you traded him trying to save $1. Okay.
And it wasn't like it was an expensive deal. It wasn't an expensive deal for Kevin Huerter.
The owner wanted to move him because his contract kept us over the cap. And it was easier to move Huerter than it was to move Bogey. I believe that he probably would have preferred to move Bogey because Bogey being older, right? You got to have Kevin Huerter, but and I forgot, and Bogey was hurt. So, but this front office, I have no faith in the front office. None. And you still kept John Collins. What the fuck? What are we doing? How many power forwards how many people we got that could play the 4? Collins. Bey can play the 4, can he?
Bey.
Yeah, he can play the 4.
Bey. JJ. Who else? Come on, man. Where are these minutes going? Bro, let me tell you something. I was in there with analysts. I was like, bro, it was like the last 10 minutes. I was like, hey, bro, JC, Trey Hunter, whatever picks they want for Siakam. I was like, hey, do something. See, I wanted us to make a splash. Even if it was just one move.
Well, you did. You got Sadiq Bey. That was a big splash, right?
I needed something that was gonna get. I wanted something that's gonna get the fan base fired up, excited. Like I ain't even gonna lie. When we traded for DeJounte Murray, now meanwhile, I thought Travis was doing the deal. That's why I was so behind the deal, because I know Travis, he's smart with his stuff. So I was like, if Travis think it's good, it's good. But when we traded for Murray, bro, the initial reaction from Hawks fans, bro, we ain't been that fired up about a trade in a long time, bro. A long time. We was fired up. We ready to start the season. Now you mid-season. Now you got to trade for players you already had because you need the shooting mid, bro. D. We get a D. And I know it's gonna be, and I know when I read these articles and stuff, it's gonna be them old nerds coming up there talking about something, try to get all analytical and shit. Well, blah blah. No, fuck that. This was a waste of my time, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said, I would have been on the phone with Brooklyn last night, and that would have been my starting offer. I would have been like John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, three firsts, and some pick swaps. Like that would have been my offer. I'm like, if I'm gonna mortgage my assets, I'm mortgaging for freaking Kevin Durant.
Yeah, mortgage for a future Hall of Famer, dog.
Yes.
A 13
It's not often these guys come available, bro.
And exactly, that's what I said. I said, when's the next time Kevin Durant's going to become available? When Woj reported that, he didn't say they're just acquiring an All-Star. 13-time All-Star, a Finals MVP, a league MVP, got us averaging 30. A guy that's averaging 30. Okay, 30.
55% shooting.
On 55% shooting.
As a jump shooter.
He's an automatic guy. You can go to him down the stretch, and guess what? The Suns about to be good because they got a mid-range team. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. They're about to be nasty.
Don't worry about it, Don't worry about it. We focus on player empowerment. Don't worry about it. Focus on player empowerment and players being able to speak and voice. Fuck out of here, man.
Right. Now, Damon, this might be far-fetched here, but I was talking to analysts. I asked him this earlier because it wouldn't surprise me because this front office is so delusional, right? How would you feel if Nate comes back next year? And would it surprise you?
The only way it will surprise me is because if the rumor is true that he wanted to quit or resign, then I'm like, it got to be an ulterior motive. But I'm going to tell you like this, man. We're not getting no coach with no pedigree.
Yep.
Unless you give them some power. They're going to have power over the play. Bro, I'm not coaching a team if I know my best player or one of my best players just don't go over my head anyway and go talk to the damn boss.
You're right.
What's the point of coaching? You hear all the good coaches say the same thing. Especially people love Greg Popovich. What does Popovich say? He says, Duncan and them allowed me to coach them.
Yeah.
They don't mind. And I don't think, bro. Listen, we better beat the Suns tonight by 40.
I know. No, I'm with you. The Suns are undermanned.
We about to play the Suns. They about to come out there with 7 dudes. If that.
Yeah.
I hope Devin Booker not playing tonight.
No, they already ruled him out. They ruled him out. He won't play tonight. They ruled him out the other night.
Bro, we better.
So it's Chris Paul and Ayton? Okay.
Chris Paul hurt.
So it's Ayton.
I thought Chris Paul was hurt. He might be playing, but come on, man. Chris Paul about 50.
Yeah, ain't no excuse tonight. And guess what?
Is it the game in Atlanta?
Chris Paul, man, fuck out of here, man.
Hey, bruh.
We're gonna chop it up tonight, man, on this post game, man.
Oh, yes, we will. Yes,
yeah.
Analyst, I gotta hop off because I have some obligations to take care of, but it's been a pleasure, my guy.
I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.
Yeah, I'll be on later tonight with y'all for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a good 3 hours.
Oh yes, sir.
And we traded for Sadiq Bey.
Sadiq Bey.
Look at the mod. It looks so bad. Yeah.
Oh.
I feel you, Demond.
I'm disappointed. I'm
Yep.
disappointed. I'm a holler analyst. I'll catch you tonight, bro.
Okay. All right, guys. It has been a great stream. Thank all y'all for tuning in. Dominique, Beasley, Rail. I mean, big salutes to him. You know, his team made a all-in superstar move. We traded for Sadiq Bey. Philip came in here. Demond. We had Point. Point was in here. He was, he was creating some controversy in here. But hey, that's okay. It's good. And listen. Oh yeah, Beasley, real quick. K didn't have a no trade clause. We could have gotten him and put together an aggressive offer. And you're telling me that we would have Trey, Murray, Kevin Durant, Clint Capella, AJ Griffin, Bogdanovich, Onyeka. We would have those guys left with Kevin Durant adding that. Man, you're talking about title contention. The Suns don't win or go to the finals. We go all in. I agree. Or see if that. I doubt that this grounds KD again. But listen, we got to go all. We got to be serious about competing. Got to be serious about competing. That's why I said last night when I would have saw that they were. Thank you. We could have got KD and Bey. We could have got KD and Bey to replace Hunter. Come on now. But see, our front office don't think. They don't think. Because see, I would have been fine. Had we made an offer. We didn't even make an offer this time around. We didn't even make an offer. I would have this is me. I know Demond think this way. A couple other guys. When I would have saw that Kevin Durant was rumored to the Suns, I'd be like, oh no. I would have been on the phone with Sean Marks saying, Sean, what do I need to do to get Kevin Durant? I am trading you John Collins. By the way, John Collins is a guy they liked. DeAndre Hunter is the guy they coveted in the summer. Plus a guy Jalen Johnson, 23, 24, 29 pick, 2 pick swaps. I'm offering you this. Plus some seconds if you want it. I'll trade you. Like, we're willing to do anything to get a guy like Kevin Durant. Because when you add Kevin Durant, you're instant title contenders. The Suns went up from 9th title odds, that's a tongue twister. To I think 2 or 3. Got to pay to play. You won a 13-time All-Star, a Finals MVP, a league MVP, guy averaging 30 on 55% shooting, automatic from the mid-range. You run DHOs with him all game. No one's stopping that. You want a guy that can take over a game at any time. Give it to him down the stretch. That's really taking pressure off Trey. You want a guy at Murray who can compliment off him and he can compliment off Murray. Trey's passing to Kevin Durant. We all say that we needed a pass first Trey. Who better to be a pass first guy to than Kevin Durant? So you see what I'm saying, right? Like, this is not something I'm just pulling out of my hat. We could have made a run at Kevin Durant, and we could have been contending for something. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Sadiq Bey. I'm a fan of the Sadiq Bey trade, but I'm not impressed. This front office has shown nothing but hesitancy to go after big names. Now, The front office can tell me when the next time a Kevin Durant or a guy on that caliber is going to become available. And if that's this summer, then hey, wait till then. But no Giannis is becoming available. If the Sixers get put out in the first round and James leaves for Houston, like Woj said, maybe Embiid. Maybe Embiid. Hey, I will be all on board with an Embiid. I know Sixers fans are going to hate me. I will be all on board with Embiid. Y'all lose in the first or second round of the playoffs again. James goes. Maybe Embiid. But I tell you what, we'll probably fumble Embiid too. Hey, I want to thank all you guys, like I said, for popping in. It's been a great 3-hour show, trade deadline. To conclude, the Atlanta Hawks trade deadline. We acquired today Sadiq Bey, Garrison Matthews, and Bruno Fernando for a total of 7 second-round picks. I guess front office feel like they got some work done today, and hey, we'll see this team tonight. Obviously, Bey won't be here tonight, but we'll see Bey. Let's see. We'll probably see Bey against the Spurs on the 11th. Probably see Bey against the Spurs. So, hey, it's been a fun show. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I will see you guys. Hey, tune in tonight. We Talk Hawks TV for Post Game Live. Love you guys. Have a good one.